Oh, we are live on YouTube. When they say Facebook, then we're live on YouTube. Please do not swear. Yeah, all right. That's not going to last long, is it?
I've got to turn the YouTube off.
Tony, we only can't swear if we're monetized, and neither of us are monetized, so it doesn't matter if we swear or not, does it?
Right, welcome to my rant. Let me. Oh shit! That.
Oh. Hi, Shirley.
I forgot to do something, can I?
I don't know.
It's that bloody light in my living room.
Looks like your halo.
No, it's. Oh, God, the fireworks! Don't they?
I heard them. I heard fireworks them.
Yeah, piss me off, honestly. They really do. When you're a kid, you look and look at you. You get to my age and you think, fuck it. You could kill the fucking kids. Right, let me sort that out. I think.
Hey, Julie. I'm just an old man now. It's like New Year's Eve. I'll probably be in bed for 10:30 on New Year's Eve.
Oh, that's that. What's that? I don't know what that one's for. Oh. Plug that one in. There. Oh. Right, is that better? That's better, isn't it? Just gotta.
See if that's any better.
Yeah, that's better. Where you can't. You just don't get that glare, you know what I mean, of the light bulbs.
Hiya, Julie.
More professional. Where are we? Julie, hello.
Shirley.
Where you got all these from? Oh, Shirley. Yeah, I've seen that one. Right. Obviously, I've been on the piss.
You haven't.
I have. And I thought about it. And then I thought about when I was younger.
When I was just a little girl.
Well, I'm nearly 66. And I was thinking back to when I was 15, trying to sneak in the pubs.
Yeah.
But because I was so small at that age, I think I was about 5'3".
Well, come on. I mean, when I was 16, I mean, I'm a bit younger than you by about 13, 14 years. But when I was young, you could go in a pub at 16. Nobody really questioned you. It weren't a big thing underage drinking. Everybody did it. It was just normal.
Well, I could never get in the pub. I was like, I think I was about 5'5" when I was 16.
Yeah.
And I think up till I was about 21, I could still get on the bus for a child at the age of 21 because I was that young looking. Obviously, because of the good looks. You know. But I could never get in pubs. And when I was 18...
I'm carrying on my knee, Bailey.
I had to show me ID.
No.
Then it got me thinking, like today, people are raging over these like ID cards.
Yeah.
But I had to show me ID when I was 18, trying to get.
Well, ID for us has always been your driving license, hasn't it?
Yeah.
I mean,
because that time I couldn't drive when I was 18.
Yeah, but you might have had a provisional. Most people at that time had a provisional.
No, we used to carry his birth certificates around.
Oh, yeah. So, right, I mean, birth certificates, I don't think you can check them online anyway. But all other stuff you can. So this digital ID that we're supposed to be getting, or they want us to bring in, we've already got it. Your driving license, but police can check your driving license online. You can check your driving license online. So you've already got a digital ID.
Julie says you've been to the pub, Simon. Well, it's Saturday. Well, I went to the
Your passport can probably be checked online.
yeah, well, I've got
You know what I mean? So we've already got digital ID. So why do we need another
a
one?
driving license. But it got me thinking, like, I was just sitting on the pub on my own. And then I thought, like, you know, when I was a kid, I couldn't get in the pub. And until like I had to show something.
I remember going to the pub I think I was only 17 because I was the youngest in the year because my birthday was in July. So like end of July. So school term had finished, you know what I mean? So I was the youngest in the year. So I must have been 17, my mate. It was his 18th birthday, Chris. Me and Chris used to be best mates years back at school. And we went to this nightclub. It was called Adam and Eve in Chesterfield. We went there, and it was his 18th birthday. So, like you do, you get them to announce it, don't you, on radio? Like not radio, on DJ to announce it. It was rock night, and so he announced it, and we were at a bar when he announced it. It was Chris's birthday, and we were all like laughing and pointing at him. Bloke behind the bar went, "Your 18th birthday?" And he went, "Yeah." He went, "That's been coming in here for the last 2 years." Because it worked there ages, and it was so funny. But it weren't a big thing. They didn't get funny about it. They just laughed.
Well, I thought about it, right? And I thought, like, when I was that age, I used to drink, like today I can only drink about 8 pints. I've about 8 pints and come home. If I drank 8 pints then, I'd have been called a lightweight.
I don't think I
How
could
many
drink.
pints did you drink?
I couldn't drink 8 pints. I mean, I'm not a big beer drinker anyway. I drink that. If I'm drinking pints, it'll be sad. Yeah, but when I was younger, I don't know. I really don't know. Because I never kept count. But
Exactly. But you could drink more than 8 pints, couldn't you?
probably, I wouldn't know. I would imagine so. Because I used to, especially like Wednesday night, I'd finish work, I'd go home because I was living with my dad's then. So I'd go home and have my tea, I'd get in bath, I'd get changed, and we'd be out at the pub for about 7 o'clock. We'd be out at the pub. And then we'd be in Anchor in Chesterfield up until about chucking out time. And then we'd go in Adam and Eve till 2 o'clock in the morning. So from 7 through to 2 in the morning, well, 3 when you left, weren't it? They used to get about an hour drinking up then. So you used to get about 4 pints in at 2 o'clock.
Did you have them in Chesterfield? Grab a granny? Wednesdays used to be our grab a granny.
I think that were like more Aquarius. Grab a granny. The one I used to go Adam and Eve, and I think it was Wednesday night, it was rock night. And we used to go every Wednesday. So we'd been Anchor, because that was Rockers Pub, and then we'd go to rock night at Adam and Eve every Wednesday, every Thursday or every other Thursday. I think it was every Thursday. They did the same. It was rock night in Montmartre at nightclub. So we used to go to Anchor and then walk up to Montmartre. So Wednesday, Thursday nights. I mean, I used to get to work on a Thursday morning after I'd been to Adam and Eve.
Yeah, but you worked.
Yeah, I worked. And I used to get to work. I used to work at Claycross Kawasaki.
Yeah.
So I've travelled from my dad's in Chesterfield right out to Claycross, which is quite a drive. You know, at dinner time, I used to have to go out and check where motorbike works. I couldn't remember getting to work that morning.
Well, I used to work. I can't always say I remembered, but I always remember to get up and go to work. And because I used to work on the lifts, you know, I'd have to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning sometimes. I'd be on the piss.
Yeah, Lindsay, grab a granny at Bramall Lane. We're in Chesterfield. I think it was Aquarius. They used to grab it. It might not be. I don't know. So I used to go to rock nights at nightclub.
But it just got me thinking tonight, like, when I was growing up, it was all like, you go out the weekend, and the weekend always started Friday, Saturday.
Hey, I'm gonna send Lindsay and Claire out to grab a granny night. They can be grannies they can grab.
Can I come?
It's not grab a granddad.
Well, I was in the pub tonight, and like, I've got these women watching.
That's the point. That's a bit sexist, isn't it? They have a grab a granny night, but they don't have a grab a granddad night.
Well, they could, but they never thought of it because men are more superior. You know, I'll just put it out there. You know, if everybody gets shout at me, you know, these women, they could have said grab a granddad, but they don't think of it, do they?
Oh.
You know, so don't have a go at us because you didn't have a granddad day. But I had these women looking at me tonight, and I thought, I just can't be bothered with it all. I just cannot be bothered with it.
No, because you probably had in Derby, probably two women look at you when he went across to introduce you, saying, you said, my name's Simon. He went, my name's Steve.
Yeah, they probably do. No, but there was one girl. Oh, I can't call her a girl. She was about, well, I don't know how old she was, because women are finicky when you get the age wrong, aren't they? They always say, don't they, women? How old do you think I am? Well, you're fucking 60. How dare you? How fucking dare you call me 60? Well, you told me to have a fucking guess, didn't you?
Yeah.
A fucking guess.
Just a very good guesser.
I fucking guessed wrong. When a woman always says to me, guess me age, I walk away. I just walk away. Because, like, no matter what you say, you're wrong. Aren't you? You're always fucking wrong.
Definitely.
Guess me age.
I'm always wrong.
You know, yeah, but it's true, isn't it? You know, I used to meet women and they probably used to say to me, guess me age. And I thought, all right, you look about 40. I am not 40. I am 23. I thought, fucking hell, you've had a rough life, ain't you, love? You know, but like, you can never get it right, can you? Guess me age. It's like me getting my cock out and saying, guess me fucking age. You know, with the winkles. Teeth.
Why do women in Derby get the cocks out and say, guess me age?
No, that's just Clive. He rang me up tonight in the pub. I said to him, are you coming out? No, I'm not coming out. I'm going out next week. And then, like, the week after, we're going to...
Yeah, you're way to...
Lanzarote.
That's it. I would say Benidorm, but it's Lanzarote, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's Spain, isn't it? Spain on the African coast. But then you got England, the Falkland Islands, ain't we?
Mm-hmm.
But it just got me thinking about when I was drinking on my own, like I say, about of all the money I've spent on the booze, going out Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, but when you look back, I mean, I stopped going out regular a long time ago. But from probably 16 to in my 20s, I were out nearly every night. But beer were a lot cheaper. Beer were a lot cheaper then, though, wasn't it? Only £1 something a pint.
Yeah. Hi, Jackie. You know, like me, I've spent every bit of money I've ever earned on my kids, the first two wives, and I've never ever saved. I've never had money in the bank up till, I would say, for the last 4 years. Or is it longer than that? 2019. I think that's when I got made. No, that's when I had my car crash in 2019. I think 2020 I got made redundant.
That was COVID, weren't it? 2020.
Yeah. Just after COVID, when I got
about 22, then weren't it? 21, 22.
Yeah. Well, when I got made redundant, that's when I started seriously saving up my money.
Mm.
And like now, I haven't got a lot, but I've got a bit. You know what I mean? I can afford to do things now.
Yeah.
And I don't spend my money willy-nilly. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. You can't see it, can you?
Oh, I thought it were a firework going off. It sounded like a bang in your flat. I'm going to say, can you knock again for yes? Once for yes and twice for no.
And that's another thing I want to talk about. Anybody know who Kenny Biddle is?
The name rings a bell, but I can't think who it is.
Does anybody know in the chat who Kenny Biddle is? He's an American guy.
I'm not sure. The name rings a bell, but I can't put a face to it or where I've heard it or seen it.
Is a ghost hunter. Oh, let me check.
I might be getting it mixed up then, because I thought you were going to say it was somebody on TV or a comedian or something.
No,
I don't think I've heard of him. I think I'm getting it mixed up with something else.
It's a YouTuber.
I might have heard you mention him. That's where I might have known. That's where I might have heard it before.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber and that, but he writes the magazines and that. He does a lot on Facebook. So I get a lot of his Facebook because I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I heard about him through this Irish woman that does Facebook as well. I think he's into motorbikes as well. I'm not quite sure.
I don't know. Like I say, I've not heard of him. Oh, I've heard name, but I ain't got a clue.
But he brought out this video not long ago about all the equipment.
Yeah.
And what the equipment does. And what got me was, he said everything negative about the K2 meter, about the REM pod, about tape recording, and all cat bollocks and that. And he says everything negative.
Yeah.
And then what got me was, it says about the K2 meter. Well, when he's explaining like the negative of the K2 meter, which we all know, don't we?
Yeah.
Well, you can press the K2 meter, put your thumb slightly on it, and it would light up all red, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right? Or you put a phone near it or anything that creates.
Yeah. We all know that, don't we? Right. But it's going on about electrics. This is what it does. And it is explaining the science behind it. And I thought to myself, hang on a minute, Kenny. You know, I use a K2 meter now and again. So explain to me, when you're in a building with no electricity, and we all know about phones that can set them off, don't we?
Yeah.
And that. But if you put a K2 meter smack in the middle of a room, and then you put your camera just outside the room, would it pick your phone up?
I don't think so, no.
No. So it's going on with this scientific fucking bollocks. And I thought, and it was doing like the vent pod. It got a mic.
I think as well, but I might be wrong. K2 meters, I think the direction as well. So if you hold it at one side, it won't. But if you hold it at the other side, it will pick it up. Do you know what I mean?
Well, apparently, you've got to watch this video. It got this K2 meter, and it's got two prongs coming out there, two prongs coming out there, and apparently we're supposed to fucking jumble it around like that. Oh, and I thought to myself, you know, it's designed to pick up, is it kinetic energy?
EMF, isn't it, basically? It's like an
Yeah.
EMF, just picks up
Supposed to pick
EMF.
up. Now, we all know none of these instruments we use are scientifically proven.
No, but it was like when we did your house. When we investigated your house, we used K2 meter and we put it near that cupboard, your mum's, and it went off.
Yeah.
Didn't it? It kept going off. And I said to you, but it could be electrics in the wall. I said, is there an electric? So you said it's light switch behind it for the bathroom. So we went into the bathroom and we put it on switch and it didn't go off. So we ruled out that it could be the switch. So yeah, it could be other things, but we debunked it. So we knew that it weren't.
But when we put the K2 meter, right, all electrics come from the ceiling downwards.
Mm.
The only thing that goes diagonal are your plug sockets.
Yeah.
All your light sockets come down. And I only know the 16th edition of electrics. So like, it's all altered now. But everything.
Yeah, I think it's on 17th now, isn't it?
I don't know.
Mm.
All your lights come down the wall, and then like if you break off from it, and the same with your plug sockets, you've got to have a fuse spur.
Mm-hmm.
So it has to go through a fuse box before it carries on. The exception is if you're only doing one from your sockets, if you're only going one, and you have a single box, you're all right. But anything after that, it has to have a fuse spare. But like you said, when you tested at my house, we went across the wall like that, and it kept going off, didn't it?
Yeah, but we ruled out any electrics, didn't we? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because
the
K2 don't go that way.
If we'd have just held that K2 meter at the cupboard, that's what I'm saying, is right in a way. If we just held it at cupboard, it could have been electrics, but we went up other side of wall and did it to prove that it weren't the electrics. We even switched bathroom light on and did it, and it weren't picking, you know what I mean? But then we went back to the cabinet, turned it off. What we're doing it.
I used to have smelly feet invited. It's funny you say that, you know, Claire, so did I. And I got rid of it eventually because I stopped wearing trainers.
Lindsay has smelly feet, but she's already put that.
Oh, I used to have terrible. I couldn't take my shoes off in somebody's house because even with my shoes on it, I could smell my feet.
Yeah, only when she wears trainers without socks. That's the only time she has smelly feet.
I used to have them, and then I got that embarrassed because I used to wash my feet every day and everything, and couldn't get rid of it. And then one day I just thought, I've had enough. So I washed my feet. I got rid of all my socks. I took them all in the bin. I took all my shoes in the bin. And then I bought a pair of new shoes, bought all new socks. And then when I wore a pair of socks, and then I went to change them the next day for another pair, I took that in the bin. And then after a couple of weeks, I've never had smelly feet since. But apparently it's to do with athlete's foot, isn't it?
I don't know. I've no idea. I've never really suffered with smelly feet.
Something to do with athlete's foot, but because you wear the same socks and because you wear the same shoes all the time.
I don't. You see, I only wear a pair of socks once. If I go out in the morning.
Yeah, but you wash them, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, I used to, but it did no good. I just chucked them all away. And then, like, bought another pair for 7 days, chucked them away, bought another pair for 7 days. Well, the shoes, I couldn't afford to do that with the shoes, could I? Chuck them away.
Lindsay says she's never had athlete's foot.
Who's that?
Lindsay, she's never had athlete's foot. I am, actually. I've never had athlete's foot. You'd have to be an athlete. You'd have to be an athlete to be an athlete. But you don't get a body like this being an athlete.
You get a body like this bit. I can't say I'm an athlete because I ain't done no walking this week.
Shocking.
It's all I've done is act. And I bought a big bag of Walker's crisps. No, I wonder where I get that one from. Buying a big bag of Walker's crisps.
It's not me.
And a packet of chocolate biscuits.
Oh yeah, chocolate biscuits will be me.
I wonder where I get that from. Because I used to be well into my fitness, and now I'm buying chocolate biscuits and a big bag of crisps.
Well, to be fair, we don't do it very much now, but we used to when we used to have like a drink on a Saturday night. We used to get them big party mix bags in, Chris.
That's what I've got.
And I'd eat 3/4 of it, and Lindsay'd have about a quarter of them.
What's this? My trainers are so cheap. They're like, I am wearing. That is the problem, you see. We all buy cheap stuff. Well, I don't no more. So I've learned. It's better to buy quality stuff than to buy cheap stuff. Like, do you remember when Primark first come out?
Yeah.
My mum used to buy the kitchens all out in Primark, and it would cost nothing. But it would only last a day. You put it in the washer, and it would come out the washer, and it was terrible, wasn't it?
You see, I don't. A lot of my t-shirts they order offline now from a place called Bad Rhino, a website called Bad Rhino, because they do. I'm a big bloke anyway, so they do big sizes, and they also do like a tall version. I like t-shirts tall. When you reach up, they do belly done show. So I always there are one at places I can find that do like the longer t-shirts. So I shop a lot of Bad Rhino, and apart from that, it's more Sports Direct. I go to.
That's what I use, like Next, because apparently, well, I say apparently, I know it's true. You go and you can buy a t-shirt. It probably costs now. They used to sell them for about £7. Now, with the cost of living, it's gone up to £14. But they sell good quality shirts. You know what I mean? And is it something Lyle and Lindsay or something?
What?
I can't think of the name. Lyle and Lindsay or something. They have that badge, don't they, there? That Next always promote.
Oh, I know what you mean. Summit and Lyle or Lyle and Summit into it, yeah.
You could buy that like for
Lyle and what? Lyle and Lindsay.
That's what I said.
Yeah, no.
You
got Lindsay on your brain. I've heard of Jack and Jones. You what? Why?
Yeah, but they're designer.
No, Lyle, not Lilo.
Like you can't see it here, but can you see that blackness?
Yeah.
Going across
racist.
Here. It's not racist. It's called, I don't know what it is. The shirt's called
Fire Trap?
No. Portland something, I can't remember.
Portland.
But this is like from Next, and I paid £7 for this shirt.
That's not bad.
You know what I mean? You go to the next sale and they sell.
Problem is, like I said, I'm a big lad. I mean, I need to lose some weight. I know that. And
yeah, well, I'm a big lad now.
No, but I'm bigger than you. And Next, I can't get sizes in Next.
Yeah,
they don't do big sizes.
Yeah, well, they do, but not that often. I bought some expensive stuff, and it's been crap.
I thought you said Lyle, not Lilo.
Well, I've been with
Lilo
Lilo.
Lindsay.
I've been with Lilo quite a few times.
No, it's because she was laughing because she thought you said Lilo Lindsay, and she was thinking about that where out of bread Lilo Lil were it.
She was thinking of what you call it once. What's his name?
So she says you're calling her out of bread.
I've got to go to the toilet. You'll have to excuse me.
Oh, here we go. This is the only thing when you have a drink, Simon.
I know. I'm old. You know, when you get old, you can't hold it. You know, I could always, like, with a candle,
Why don't you get a bucket?
what, underneath the table.
Yeah.
I'll only be a second.
Wash your hands when you come back.
No.
Dirty get. Shocking. I don't even know what's what. I won't send you a photo to show. Oh. I mean, yeah, because I think it's my old Facebook on here, I think. So you'd have to send it on my old Facebook.
Right. We went off track again. Kenny Biddle. Where you gone? You took yourself out, didn't you?
No, I didn't take myself out. Lindsay said, I'll send you a photo to show on screen. So I said, oh, I'll click on Facebook and get it on Messenger. So I didn't think, and I didn't open a new tab. I just clicked on Facebook on this tab. So it took me off this page. And then when I tried to go back to come on it, it took me out.
Shy has put a good job, Simon. I think got a microphone. Anyway, we went off track a bit, didn't we? We was on about Kenny Biddle.
Yeah.
About like the equipment and that. And
But you sent it on. I ain't got WhatsApp on computer. Give me a minute then. I've got to show you a photograph.
well, are you going to show me? If you haven't got it. Who's that?
Lindsay.
Benidorm. Madge.
It's not much.
Benidorm.
Yeah, but they put Lindsay's face on it.
Yeah, I know. I went Madge. John meant /2. What a name, though, for go to the toilet, a slash. I'm going for a slash. Always made me laugh, that did. I've always said I'm going for a wee or I'm going for a piss. Can't be done with this, like, slang. What's
I don't get it, it's you.
Benidorm, lots of all laughing my ass off. I still can't get my head around this, like, IMAO. Do you know the like that in texting? I still get confused with what they're on about. But anyway, so what do you reckon? Because Kenny, I'm going to get out of it.
Laughing my ass off, it means Simon. What means Simon? Lindsay, what means Simon?
What this? Because I can't get my head around it.
It's
I am.
Oh, fucking hell.
IMAO.
You're confused. I don't know what day it is at minute.
And it means laughing my arse off.
Oh,
Do you know when they put abbreviations? All these kids nowadays, they shorten everything, wouldn't they? Like when I was at school, it was isn't it? Now it's in it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And I just can't get my head around it. I just cannot get my head around it at all.
Oh, I'm not computer and coke in a minute.
Hey, you're on the bourbon.
Jaeger.
John is drinking secretly.
What?
He's disguising it as Coke. You know, I'll come off the drink.
Hold on. You what? Yeah.
Laughing my arse off. It took me ages to work what that
I ain't got a
meant.
clue.
Honestly, it took me ages to work out what that meant. Laughing my arse off.
Jaeger and coke I'm drinking.
Yeah, I bet you are.
I drink.
John, have a pint of I hate that when it jumps. John, have a pint. Oh, fuck it, it's jumped again. Where are we? Fucking hell, I've lost it now. Right, John, have a pint.
No, I'll have a pint of what you've been on.
You see, I've just drank lager all the time. So what do you like? I know, like, when I've used a K2 meter, there's no electricity around. There's nothing that can set it off. But like Kenny Biddle says, you know, I don't think he was rubbish in them, but it was trying to show the negatives.
How did we get on to ghost hunters anyway? It's boring.
What, ghost hunting?
Yeah.
Ghost hunting is not boring.
Just to talk about.
It is and it isn't. Because you've seen some really good stuff. You've read some really good
Oh, alcohol up. And they were like, Lindsay, I've got about that much Jaeger in it. I'm just watering it down a bit.
The problem in with ghost hunting, showing it is boring unless you fake it. You know, like you have all these debunkers debunking stuff. Do they really know what they're on about? Because I don't think they do.
I believe some of them have got an idea. Those that have actually done ghost hunting seriously, if they're debunking stuff, I've got more time for them because they've done it, been there. You know what I mean?
Well, it's
I
like
don't think you can have anybody criticising anything if you've never done it yourself.
Yeah. Well, I enjoy Beardo. He does go out ghost hunting.
Yeah, but has he been a serious ghost hunter, not a jump scare one like some of them?
Well, no.
Then how can he debunk?
Personally, so I can't say what type of ghost hunter he is. I can only assume he was a serious ghost hunter because he started his channel as a gaming channel, then he went into ghost hunting.
Yeah, baby boy.
And then it took off. His channel took off because of like, you know, the stuff I used to do.
Yeah.
His channel took off. And the only thing I ever criticise him for is, you know, I just wished he would keep to his debunking. Right?
Yeah.
Because that's what he's good at, debunking. Sometimes he gets it wrong. The majority of the time he gets it right. But keep debunking. But they don't, do they? They always go into the lines of drama. It's like now. Let's see if I can show it. Share my screen. Share screen. Entire screen. Share that. So it's, well, I ain't got it now. No, I can't see it now. It come up on one of my feeds here. And it was slagging off another team.
Oh,
This team, I don't know it. This team was said something about him.
about who?
Beardo.
All right.
And then Beardo's put on Facebook. He's probably put it on what you call it, YouTube. But it goes into the drama part of it, you know what I mean? And that's the only thing I don't like about him. He's a good debunker, but when other teams call him out, he cries like a little bitch. And then
They all do, don't they?
when he calls them a little bitch, but if you call him a little bitch, he cries. And I can never understand it, you know what I mean? Because if you're debunking somebody, they've got a right to defend themselves, haven't they?
Mm-hmm.
And then he will put on a Facebook or on his YouTube, oh, I've been sent death threats. When I was doing it, I never used to say that, did I? I never said Mark Smith followers or John Smith followers are sending me death threats.
No, you got accused of wanting Mark. Hey, do you know if you'd have done that this year now, put that T-shirt on, you'd have got arrested for that now.
Yeah.
That'd be classed as a death threat nowadays.
Yeah, but it was funny.
Yeah, but he took it so serious, didn't he?
Yes, but it was funny because of the things they were coming out with. You know, somebody sent me the T-shirt. Well, obviously I'm going to wear it, aren't I?
Yeah.
You know.
But it was supposed to be his career, weren't it? You weren't actually wishing Mark dead. It was supposed to be like PXTV dying.
Yeah. Yeah, but he spun it around. It's like what they do now, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like this here. What do you reckon to this one here? Can you see that?
No, not a minute.
Oh, let's have a look. Screen share. Share screen. Entire screen. Share audio. Click.
Oh, no. Simon, oh, well, I'm doing it live now because Simon's just took himself out. So, as we all know, Simon's had a drink. So, unfortunately, I don't know how long I'm going to be talking to you. I don't even know what we're showing us now. We're showing us order of magnitude. I know order. Not personally, but I know of him. How long do you think then? Should we have a bet on how long it takes Simon to realise that he's took himself out and just left me? I better ring him, man, because we could be here a while. Dear me.
I'm on.
You've took yourself out. I'm just sat here on my own.
Yeah, I know. We're alive. Right. So, oh God, what was I doing?
That's why I had to phone you, because I didn't even know what you were doing. You were showing me a video, but I don't know who it were.
I'll share my screen. Share screen.
And you said, I'll check this out. And then you went.
Yeah, entire screen. I click on it.
As long as you don't see a refill.
I have to remember to do the audio. Right.
Oh, dear.
What do you reckon to this then?
And
Good morning, Mark. How are you, buddy?
very well. Thanks for making the time to join us this morning. This viral video has gone viral for a reason. For those just joining us, take a listen to World War II veteran Alec Penstone, who actually regrets the sacrifice made by so many given the state of the country in 2025. Here he is speaking to GMB and Kate Garraway and what's the other guy? Adil Ray. Take a listen to this.
Our message is, I can see in my mind's eye there was rows and rows of white stones of all the hundreds of my friends and everybody else that gave their lives for what? The country of today. No, I'm sorry. The sacrifice wasn't worth the result that it is now.
So what do you reckon to that then, John?
I think that like when I saw that, I was sharing screen again because you've got some sound. There you go. When I first watched that, I nearly shed a tear. I felt so bad for him because I know exactly what he means.
So,
And that guy lived through it, so I could just imagine how he feels, and it makes me want to cry. Because I agree with him. I totally agree with him.
do you know what got me? The bit when he says, my mind, I.
Mm.
And I thought, God, he must have been so spiritual.
Well, yeah, but also it's just
Who
burnt
said that? Who
burnt
said
into his brain. It was that horrific.
It was the way he said it. My mind, I.
Mm.
You know, and I thought, God, this bloke is so spiritual. It's gone for the worst of what we could imagine, hasn't he? I think he was a sailor, wasn't he? If you're in the Navy.
I only saw that bit. I didn't watch it all. I only saw that clip.
Oh, no. Yeah, I saw the clip, but me, I like to do a bit of research behind the scenes. And
I didn't need to do any research. I know exactly what he meant.
Apparently, he used to
And how
like,
he felt. Well, no, I can't imagine how he felt.
he
That's wrong to
used to
say.
send ammunition and tanks and that to the Soviets because British and Americans they used to supply the Russians with ammunition and tanks and guns. You know, I don't know why, because look at them today. You know, we helped them out. What do they do today? They spy on us and everything.
His own government is spying on us.
But what got me was at the end of the interview, and the black bloke, yes, the fucking black bloke, and I'll say it, he's fucking black, says, what do you mean about that?
Oh yeah, yeah. He tried to trick him, didn't he? He tried to
What
trick
do
him
you
into
mean
saying
about
something
that?
that could lay into him about being right wing.
This is where I think people like him that saying that makes people fucking racist. And I really do think that people like him trying to trick an old bloke, how old is he? 100-year-old, into saying something that he had no, conception of. It was nothing to do with race or whatever, because they had Indians in the army, they had Muslims fighting for England, Indians, Sikhs, the Australians, the Canadians, they had black people, you know what I mean, fighting for England. And then he turned around and says, what do you mean about that? And I thought straight away, well, this is where racism comes in. When you come out with stuff like that, why people are racist.
There's only one side that make everything about race and racism, and that's lefties.
People.
It's just lefties. It's just lefties in general.
It's not just lefties. It's like black people
But they're lefties.
because
Well, not
they
all of
feel inferior to a white person.
But you can't say
They've got
that.
to make
There's a lot of
sure-
black people. There's a lot of
Try
black
to make
people.
all of this feel racist. When
No, there's a lot of black people that aren't like that.
oh
There's a
yeah,
lot of black people that.
that.
So you can't
But
say.
people like him pulls the rest of them down. You know, there's quite a few nice Muslim people out there.
Yeah, there is.
Because they want to fucking blow us up and stab us like they do now, you know. That bloke on the train is stabbed.
Yeah, but that's wrong. That's wrong, Simon, because in that sentence, they're trying to blow us up. It's not the Muslims that are trying to blow us up. It's extremist Muslims. They're different. Like you said, there's a lot of nice Muslims, and they're not extremists. So that's got nothing to do with them.
But then you got a bloke that stabs, was it 13 people on a train? He terrorised them, didn't he? He literally
Yeah,
terrorised.
I think there were 10 hospitalised, and the 11th walked himself in, didn't it, or something?
Yeah,
Uh,
terrorised them.
yeah, I mean that was shocking. But he
And
was
then-
British. He was British.
Well, we're being told he was British.
British born, they said, and even alt right.
But can you believe? Can you believe the British news? Because I don't. I don't believe any news now.
Yeah, but they were also reported on the
Yeah,
right channels. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
On the
like,
right.
what's Charlie Beach? Yeah, I do watch him. I watch.
2C.
Yeah, you put
Dan
me on
Morton.
Dan Morton. I watch.
I love watching. I don't even really watch GB News anymore.
No, neither do I.
Especially after the other day with that Tommy Robinson thing. That was shocking. That. But Dan Wootton was saying something, and I love Dan. I think he's brilliant. I watch him every day at 5. Well, every weekday at 5
I
o'clock.
probably love you as well, you know.
That's
You
okay.
know, that's for the other side.
It's all right. I know a lot of gay. Is that correct, man?
Be careful what you say.
I know a lot of. No, I'm not even going to say. I can't even say it because I don't know what I'm going to go out and put in prison for saying.
You only get put in prison if we have 60,000 followers, 100,000. People like us, that's only got 10 viewers.
Anyway, you're getting me off point. I love Dan Wootton. I think he's great, but he did something other day, and it reminded me of somebody. Now, who does this remind you of? Right, Dan Wootton. When they covered Tommy Robinson trial, and brilliant coverage it was as well.
Yeah, I saw it.
And she went up to these GB News
Yeah.
camera woman and somebody else and asked them some questions. Anyway, they ran off and wouldn't answer. Then she went to GB news reporter, and he were a bit funny with her. You know what I mean? He weren't going to answer questions. Yeah.
That's
but-
it.
No, it's not. It's no, she's not. I think that's the TV. She's got her own.
The woman.
Yeah, she's got her own channel. Anyway, I'll tell you what channel is in a minute. You're getting me on point. But then, what came out after is, and apparently we're all caught on camera, is the GB News camera woman allegedly has punched Dan Wootton's producer in ribs and then called him a fucking prick. Right?
I ain't seen that.
Yeah. So he's put that out. He's just said that, and it's on camera. And then GB News, one of GB News reporters, Jews and Co, whatever they call her, Michelle Jews, I don't know, whatever they call her. She's come back saying, "You're such a liar. You're such a liar, Dan. Why are you lying? That never happened, and all this, blah 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 blah." And then Dan's come back saying, "It did happen. It did happen, and I can do this and I can do that, and I have the proof." But nobody's shown any proof. Who does that remind you of?
Yeah, Mark Smith. That's
Well.
your sixth sense.
Yeah. And it just made me laugh because it was like, well, if you've got proof, unless it's gone to police, but you haven't said that, unless it's gone to police, if you're not taking it to police, and want to show it and she's called you a liar, just put evidence on.
Yeah, that's
Don't
what
go back and then say, I can prove it. Just fucking prove it.
that's YouTube today, though. Like, all the evidence is out there. Problem is, people still don't believe it, but you can smack them around the face with a kipper, and they still won't believe their own eyes or ears. You know, you can show all the evidence about paranormal and that, like what we do.
Yeah.
Like, when we see something, like, we can't believe, we don't just say, oh, I've just seen something. Either you will go out the room, I'll go out the room, or, you know what I mean? We investigate.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of people don't do nowadays because of Facebook, YouTube. It's not investigations nowadays. It's like, who's got the biggest ghost?
Who's got the biggest what?
Ghost.
Oh,
Not-
that's all right. I'm going to say I wouldn't win in other competition.
You know, I don't like mentioning his name.
Well, you've said that, and you know you actually are going to name him now. You might as well just, because you say, I don't want to do it. So you know you're going to do it. You just tell us you don't want to do it before you tell us who it is.
I was speaking to somebody else, actually.
Oh, change his mind now.
No, I was thinking about Mr. Smith.
Right.
You know, because like I said, I'd always enjoyed him video. I enjoyed his videos, which I did. But like,
I will say with this, Mark, I went out on a lot of investigations with Mark, as you know.
yeah,
And when I was with Mark, every time he never faked anything. That's all I can say. When I was with him, I never saw him fake anything.
yeah,
I may
because-
saw him overreact to certain things that I thought were normal. But do you know what I mean? But I won't say not on a regular basis. There were a couple of times I thought, no, that weren't what you thought it were, Mark.
I always thought he was good.
But he were a very good investigator at one point.
He asked the right kind of questions. I think he just got corrupted by YouTube.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, YouTube and Facebook were. I think Mark did mostly YouTube. But I think you're right. I think Mark YouTube as his channel got bigger, and then he saw others earning all this money, Mark, and he had to change it slightly because what he were doing were brilliant, but it weren't getting out to audiences. Yeah.
And then you've got like Proving Demons, because there's an American, people like, oh my gosh, a couple of others mentioned Proving Demons in England.
Yeah.
I think Mark got a bit fucking jealous. I think them two had a bit of a ruckus. I can't prove this, by the way. It's only what I think.
I don't know, because this was before I watched them all, because that was when Mark Order, Proving Demons, and Thingy made that other group up, didn't they?
There were Jane, Mark,
Yeah.
Proving Demons,
What were it? What were they
Order
called?
Magnitude.
Yeah, they were-
Can't think of the name what they did.
yeah, they called themselves something, didn't they? And they started off really well,
Yeah.
and then I think I don't
It's
know what
like
happened to it.
everything. If it's not entertaining enough,
Mm.
it's like this lot. I've got 13 views. So that tells me I am not entertaining.
Death Seekers.
Yeah, Dev Seekers, that was it. 13 views tells me I'm not that very good at entertaining people.
No, but if that Death Seekers, when it first started, if they carried on as they were, then they'd been massive.
But I don't do it for the views.
No,
No.
but some people could to get a,
Well, that's
this is what
they
they're
do.
good at, so they make it into a job. And as long as you're not selling your soul, you know what I mean.
I've been
So
dead in a couple of years, me. I'm 60, nearly 66. I started YouTube, I think, around my 50s.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I wish I could turn YouTube into a full-time job.
Don't we all? We all do.
If I were getting paid what I get paid in a job, do you know what I mean?
But I always think,
To live comfortably on, I'd be making videos every hour.
well, the problem with me and you is we don't do this every week, which I'm saying now. Since I come off the bourbon, and I properly come off the booze as such.
It's time for bed.
Well, speak for yourself, love. Don't speak to me. I don't want to know what if you're going to bed or not.
Oh, Alexa's telling you to come to bed.
She's always telling me. She's always trying to
This
get me in that bed.
Is this a new AI model? This one, time for bed, Simon.
No,
Like a sex- oh, did you see in newspaper? And I don't know if it's funny or sad. There were a thing that came out, and it they thought somewhere in London they found a little girl's body. Let me see if I can find it. Where is it now?
what's that? Northwest Ghost.
Bleeding out.
I think Order was more into the ITC, the radio, where Mark Smith and Proving Demons, they was more into like the fakery bit. Jane was more into like, well, was it antiques? She used to buy antiques and put the ghost box next to it. You know, it was entertaining, but like I say,
Here we go.
it.
You ready? This was 3 days ago. Police have confirmed that remains thought to have been a child's body found near Devon Village was in fact a childlike sex doll. Devon and Cornwall police said that the find near the village of Aliscombe or something was deeply disturbing and are searching for the owner of the incredible lifelike doll.
So it wasn't a skeleton, was it?
Sex doll. They
Sex
thought
doll.
they found a little girl's body, which
Yeah.
it's funny because it weren't a little. Luckily, it weren't little girl body. But then when you think about it, this bloke's got a little girl sex doll. It's like, hold on a minute, that's just wrong.
You know, I'll try to read the comments here as well.
I
No,
thought it
it's
was
funny
weird,
though,
I heard
isn't
it the other day. I don't know if it's just funny or it's just. I mean, it's wrong in so many ways. I think that's what.
You know, it's like I say, I don't really watch the news nowadays. I used to get up every morning and put on Sky News. Then I used to switch to GB News. Like now, I just can't be bothered. I put that, is it Mayor Tootsie on?
Tootsie CV.
Yeah, I put that on. I put Dan Mutton on there.
Oh, I'm going to tell you that other woman's name, weren't I? Me.
You know, it's like
Oh. Lauren she's called Lauren the Insider on YouTube.
that's it, yeah.
Not Urban School.
The blonde hair there with the ponytail.
Yeah. Lauren the Insider, she's really good as well.
Yeah, she works for Urban Scoop.
Yeah. But she has got her own channel as well, that's what I meant.
Well, they all do, don't they? They all have their own channels. You know, you got like. So, what do you reckon to Tommy Robinson getting acquitted?
Well, it should have been. He shouldn't have even been taken to court. It was ridiculous. He should have been thrown out. But government and police wanted to pay all Tommy's costs.
You say that, right? I also watch a lot of like, what do they call them now? The internet press, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
they all go out with the cameras.
In fact, I think whoever's responsible for that with Tommy Robinson, numerous people, should make a public apology.
Yeah, but they never are going to do, are they?
No,
Because,
but they should.
so,
You'd think a bit better of them if they did.
are you going to vote for Farage?
I'm not going to vote. Do you know, I don't think I'm going to vote. I can't see it. I used to love, well, not love, I used to really like Nigel Farage. But then more I've looked into it and I've looked at other versions of it. It was like with GB News. GB News, as they say, won't have Tommy Robinson on.
Go on,
They won't have Ben Habib on.
go on.
Katie Hopkins and Rupert Lowe.
Go.
Won't allow any of them on. And they only realise it's because Farage has got a load of shares in GB News, isn't it? He like half owns it.
I don't know.
So he's not going to let them on.
The only reason I will not vote for Farage is because, like, if you look deep down at his policies, he is, I think, another Margaret Thatcher. As a male version,
He's a conservative, isn't he? But
as a male version, he's a male version of Margaret Thatcher.
do you know, I think at minute, I won't mind Margaret Thatcher back.
But like,
She fucked up with a lot of things, yeah. But at least that woman, she got more balls than
it's gonna
any
be
politician's got today.
I believe he will stop the boats.
Hey, can you imagine if Falklands War happened now? Won't be the same result.
Well, it is happening now. If
We
you
know.
think about it,
We'll end up getting, if we're any tighter war, we just end up getting that Falklands War to Argentina and paying them reparations as well.
well, don't give fucking Starmer ideas. You know, if he ever watched Star videos, he'd be saying,
Ridiculous.
"Fucking
This
hell,
government.
that's a good idea, John. I'll give the Falklands away." But like, I do think
Yeah, but they'll have to pay reparations to Argentina for what years we've had it when we shouldn't have, according to them. It'll be, we get blamed for everything.
Yeah, but what do the Falklands do for England?
We're part of our territory.
What do they do? Like, what industry do they have?
Does it
What-
matter?
What benefits us in England about the Falkland Isles?
Hold on.
They're just another like England and Welsh, like the Welsh.
What are you saying? You're saying Welsh, you're useless and all.
Well, Sheep Shack is big. My mum was Welsh. My mother was Welsh. Well, that's all they ever do. The Falkland Islands is all sheep. Because
Good
that's
for
all
Welsh
they
division, didn't it?
because that's all they can do there. I remember when Simon sent order a phone, I think about 5 years ago. I remember that actually.
Right. The Falkland Islands are important to the UK due to the rights and wishes of the islanders who overwhelmingly identify as British and wish to remain so. Strategic military value as a base in the South Atlantic, potential economic resources like oil and gas within their exclusive economic zone, and national pride stemming from the 1982 Falklands War, which affirmed Britain's commitment to defending its territories and people. So it is important to UK.
Oil is the answer, Simon. Oil under the Falklands side, but before you read all that. Well, so then why haven't we got fucking cheap gas and cheap electricity?
Because we're not drilling, are we?
Oh,
They've not allowed any new drilling applications.
Anyway, getting off topic again.
But as well, you've got to remember this government, right? They've now doubled down on this eco thing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
they went to a meeting to discuss all this in Brazil, where they cleared a rainforest to build a place for them to have this meeting, and then put a 4-lane road through this rainforest, destroying even more of it, and all went there on the gas guzzling jets. But they're doing good for the planet.
Yeah, but they tell us one thing, which they always do. They always say it's for our benefit, but it's a load of bollocks, like you say. They've cleared a forest to build a building so they can have this COP, whatever it's called.
Yeah.
They've gone to Brazil, but they didn't go on a bicycle, did they?
No.
Oh, Keir Starmer, come on, let's go on the tandem. We're going to Brazil.
Apparently, and I can't remember if I'm 100% correct. So this is a quote. I'm sure that somebody said that Starmer's been on more
He has.
out of country than any other prime minister in that amount of time.
He has. It's been out of the country. But they said that before this one. They said that before this one. He's been out of the country that many times. He's never in England. But he never says, does he? Like, to his staff, come on, we've all got to have tandems now. We have to come to work on tandems. We can't use the car. That Ed Miliband, what does he drive around in? A Jack? You know,
They're all hypocrites.
they are. They tell us one thing.
Only one I got a little bit of respect for was Boris Johnson, because you used to see him cycle to work.
Yeah, but he was a lying twat, wasn't
Yeah, but at least we all were. He was cycling to work, that lad. He weren't getting a jag on
he? Only because
the
he was
expense.
a okay. That was the only reason he went to work on a bicycle, because he
He put his, money where his mouth were.
nobody wanted to save money. He was getting married once at the time. He had to save every penny up, didn't he? But this country's going to the dogs.
And this is why I believe that gentleman said what he did.
I do
Or
feel
part of it anyway.
Yeah, but it was the other remark that got me. What do you mean? Like, and I thought to myself,
They were trying to trap him into saying something that
yeah,
he
I
could
know
call him
what they're
racist
trying to do.
or poor right for.
But like now there's a public outrage about him. It's viral now that he was trying to trap him. And I thought, and this is why racists exist. People like him create racism.
Yep.
Instead of shutting his fucking mouth, he creates racism because of that remark. And anybody that says anything against him now is a fucking racist. But he created it. He created that where we all fucking hate him. And he's going to say, nah, is it because I'm black? No, it's because you got a fucking big mouth and you didn't fucking realise what you said. But it all comes back down to racism, where it's got nothing to do with racist.
Mm-hmm.
It's because of his fucking big mouth and he didn't fucking think. But that's what I say, they create racism.
Yeah.
It's like you see them on YouTube, the Pakistanis.
No, I even think he were being racist. He weren't creating racist. He were being racist. That presenter by saying that. By saying that, he tried to get that gentleman to say something that he could then turn around and discredit that bloke, saying, "Well, we don't listen to what you say because you're a far right racist." With what you've just said.
But he's creating racism.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, He's not just creating it, it is racist what he said.
And then, like, you got twats like Stormer sticking up for idiots like that. That's dividing this country
Yeah.
with remarks like there'd be no racism in this country if people just shut the fucking mouths. You know, when we was kids, we was told to shut up. There was no racism when we were kids.
No.
You know, not like there is today. You know, I do admit my mum, she was never a racist. But when I first brought my black girlfriend home, within 2 days we split up. And not because my mum was racist or anything. My mum says to her, you do realise if you and Simon have children, then children are going to become half-caste children. And the girlfriend at the time said, yes, well, there's nothing wrong with that. And I said the same, there's nothing wrong with that. And my mum says, yes. But you say that, but when them kids go to school and they get all the flack, and then my girlfriend after 2 days packed me in. But my mum was right. She was right what she says. It's all right for us two, you know, because it don't affect me and her.
No.
But it does affect the children we produce.
But it shouldn't.
Then children have to go to school and
Yeah, but
they're
it
going to get the flack.
But they shouldn't. That's the thing. They shouldn't get flack.
But I didn't think about it. Neither did my girlfriend think about it. But then within 2 days, she jacked me in, and I didn't speak to my mum for about 6 months.
People should never be defined by their skin colour, orientation, or anything. They should be defined by their actions.
Actions. I believe that. I honestly do believe that. You know, I have never been prejudiced. I have called somebody a black bastard. I have called somebody black. But some of my friends, best friends, are black. You know, but I don't like. I was at a pub once, and this black lad was running up the stairs to get up the club, and I put my arm out like that and stopped him. I said, where do you think you're going, mate? We're all queuing, you ain't getting up there. And then 5 others come up the stairs and they all kicked me in. They all literally kicked me head in. 5 of them. Did I say, well done, lads? No, I called them all the names under the sun. You know, because, like, but today, you say out and you're racist. What was they racist kicking me in because I stopped them from coming up the stairs and tried to push in? Was they racist because they picked on a lone white guy? And I know I was in a queue with loads of other white. No one helped me, by the way. But they were stamping on my head, kicking me in, or whatever. Was that a racist attack? I never said it was racist. I called them what there was, black bastards. That's what I called them. But does anybody say what they did to me? And there was stamping on my head, kicking me in the ribs and everything, stamping on me. Did anybody say that was racist? No. You know, but you're right. It's are they like come across like I say my mate Lance, brilliant. He was a black lad. He spoke better English than I did. And he died of cancer. He loved his bikes. He loved his cars. He was a diesel mechanic. He worked for an ambulance service, fixing the ambulance up. But he was a brilliant lad. You know what I mean? And I've got another lad. I think he's the only one. Well, there's 2 actually that's left. White Barry and Black Barry, and I still see him in the pub. Well, because there were two Barrys, so we named White Barry, and that's how we talked to him. Hey up, White Baz. Hey up, Black Baz. Is he racist? There's two Barrys. One's white, one's black.
I don't think that is racist, only because if he'd have just called the other one Baz, not White Baz, if he just called him Baz and then the other one Black Baz, yeah.
And Black Barry.
Yeah, so I don't think that's racist. But if he'd just called other one Black Baz and not that you just called him Baz, I think that would have been racist.
Well, we used to say to you, are you all right, Black Barry? Are you all right, Black Barry? You know, but Black Barry did get some stick because it's a bit smaller.
You're saying that, I keep getting that song in me, Black Betty. Every time you say Blackberry. Like every time you say Blackberry, I go Bamalam in my head.
But some black people create racism. That's all I'm saying. Some black people create racism, especially now where you've got social media, where people disagree and that. You know, and I'm not saying white people don't create racism, because they do. You know, I don't agree with like, what do they call them? Far right Nazis.
You see, this term far right is used far too often now. And then it's also this far right. People that are on just on the right, not on the far right, are now being called far right terrorists, racists, Nazis, fascists. And it's wrong.
Yeah, but what are you called if you hate Jews?
Islamophobe.
Yeah.
Anti-Semitic.
Anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
But where does that come from? Anti-Semitic. You know, Hitler didn't like Jews. You know, if you watch all the old reels from years ago, they didn't say Hitler was an anti-Semitic.
I don't know. I never saw any headlines. You might have put that.
You see loads of like the old World War II Patton, because you get them on YouTube all the time, Patton news.
Yeah.
About like what happened during the war. Nobody says to Adolf Hitler, you know, you're anti-Semitic, or you know what I mean? They just make fucking words up that fucking suit them. It just gets me. It really does boil me piss. You know, I have got nothing against Jews. I have got nothing against.
The term anti-Semitism was invented in 1879 by the German journalist and political agitator Wilhelm Marr.
And why was it ever used in the war?
It must have been.
I've never heard it in the wartime. Like,
No, because I weren't alive in wartime and I've not really researched it. And it first widely appeared, so that were in 1879, and it widely appeared in print in 1881.
What's this Volvo Ninja Yard mod? Is that a Man United fan?
What?
Can't see what logo about.
We can't see anything.
You
Does that mean you want?
Chat.
What?
Can't you see the chat?
Oh, I thought you were showing us a video.
No.
As a Man U fan, all right, so Gary Neville is a complete letdown to the nation. Yeah, I believe it's quite a letdown.
But don't you think it's like taking over from Gary Lineker?
Probably.
You know, because Gary Lineker was outspoken. I think he's learned to shut his mouth.
I think a lot. I don't know. It might have already been out there, but I think a lot of these lefty people, you know, famous people, I think it's a cult.
I think they've got followers and they just say what they want to say.
No, I think it's a cult. I think there's something bigger at play.
Are you back, Claire? Sorry, I'm back. Where's your front? Can we see your front? We don't want to see your back, Claire. We want to see your front.
I used to I used to quite like Gary Neville. I mean, I'm not a Man United fan, but obviously Gary Neville played for England as well. And then I used to quite respect Gary Neville as a person, you know, as a football pundit.
Yeah.
But after that, with what he said about flags and people and all, and lately, and now, no time for the man at all.
I just thought he wanted to jump on the wagon. I think, like, because Gary Lineker's been silenced, or he's not saying much now, is he? Can it?
Yeah, so now they bring next one up, this cult, they bring next one up to replace him.
You know, so like, I just think he's jumping on the bandwagon.
And if anything happens to me now and I disappear, ask questions.
But I think it's like the government are not interested in people like me or you. You know, we haven't got a big following.
No.
You know, you have to trigger words, don't you? You're not
Well,
allowed.
I think this video would trigger a few people.
No, but you're not allowed to say the B word and like boo with a You know what I mean? There's certain trigger words in social media that was set. Is it?
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
What do they call it? GHQ something.
I know what you mean.
You know, and they monitor social media, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, but if you say certain trigger words, you know, then they'll be straight on you, looking into you and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
We have your doors bashed in.
Yeah. But you can say them. Like I can say, no, I can't because I am scared of getting my back doors bashed in. Mind you, Clive's never bothered about that. He looks forward to having his doors bashed in.
If they follow internet, you're on Clive's internet anyway, so they'll bash his doors in first.
I shouldn't say that because he's a good friend to me. But he does like his back doors bashed in now and again.
Yeah, if they trace it back on the internet, it'll go to Clive's flat.
Is that homophobic? You know, Nottingham Forest fan. I donate to Derby County Help Fund.
You remember when Derby County they went bust?
Yeah.
They had that Derby County Help Fund, and it says even the Forest fan, he donated to him.
I think we still are. We're not. I don't think we've properly recovered yet.
I mean, I can understand what you mean. I mean, as a Forest fan, you wouldn't normally be like that, but as much as like he's a Forest fan, it's like me. I follow Chesterfield, and us and Mansfield. We say hate each other. I don't really hate them. It's just banter. I just carry it on because it's banter.
Well, that's what it all is, banter, isn't it?
But I would never want to see Mansfield go out.
No.
You know, if they were struggling, I'd donate to Mansfield because I won't want to lose that banter.
But that's what it's all about, isn't it? Banter and that. I think the violent days, I think that was like the late 70s, 80s.
Maybe late 80s, early 90s.
You know, football teams then, before that, there was a couple of scuffles and whatever.
Yeah, but it were all arranged and it were all away from football ground.
Yeah. It's like
if that's how lads want to spend their afternoon beating each other up.
It was like Celtic and Rangers. You know, they had their two odd men fighting it out. I think one of them died. If they don't fit the narrative, then YouTube will ghost ban you. don't know. It's not YouTube, is it? I think it's the government, isn't it? Or
Yeah.
it's MPs.
I don't
And
know.
MPs write to YouTube and say you shouldn't have that person.
I don't know. I think YouTube will monitor and pick up certain words and keywords because if it's out like the rest of them anyway. Because I know on TikTok a lot of them can't.
Well, there's one lad. Is it AY? Anybody know AY?
No,
No. It
got an
started.
A to Z.
Yeah, it started. I don't know if it was last year or the year before. It's not been going long, and it's got this really big following now.
Yeah,
And YouTube has banned him for 3 months. Not banned him from making videos, but they stopped his monetization of his videos.
yeah.
And I think it's like it's like MPs and that they write to YouTube.
That'll be part of it as well. If YouTube hadn't picked it up,
I don't think YouTube does pick it up. I think it's people complaining. But it makes you laugh because all them people that complained about John Sixpence, it got them nowhere, did it? Well, as soon as an MP gets involved, if an MP fucking complained about John Sixpence,
but then again, you could say that if it don't matter. I mean, a few hundred people complain about Sixth Sense will say actually to YouTube. In the big scheme of things, that's not a very big percentage. If that's all it takes to take a channel down. Anybody could take anybody's channel down. So you've got to draw a line somewhere with it.
I think if you're part of the government, and I mean the government, not just like
It's all right.
a councillor. Hello, Tony. But I do think like MPs and that, they complain to YouTube and say you shouldn't have this person on YouTube. Because why don't they want people like, you know, what do they call them? Citizen journalists. Because citizen journalists are more truth tellers.
Yeah, but most citizen journalists are on YouTube, aren't they?
Yeah, but they tell the truth because the camera never lies, does it?
No.
You know, it's like I used to say with like in my videos. You know, I would show the video of what the person says and does. Because they can't lie, can they? They can't say that wasn't me. You know what I mean? Because I showed it is that person, and I showed what he says, what he did, and they can't argue with that, can they?
No.
The only problem with it all was like everybody on their side wanted to out me, and they did. They outed me as a racist because they found out I went to court for calling an Asian taxi driver.
Yeah,
And
well, no, you don't have to say it again.
No, well, I never said what he was. I just called him an Asian bastard or something like an Asian C word.
Yeah,
I went to court. I had two choices. I could admit it and get a slap, which I did, really. Or I could have pleaded not guilty and kept going to court and keep having time off work. And because I'm self-employed, I'd lose money every time. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I decided to plead guilty, get over and done with. You know, I thought I wasn't guilty, and I wasn't. But like, I thought, well, I'm not going to lose money over it. And I went to court. I got fined. They fined me so much money. And even then I tried to scam them You know,
Why? What do you mean? You don't have mitts now, bleeding out.
well, it's too late now because, like, you have to fill in the means test when you go to court now.
Yeah, hold up, Simon. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, you have to fill in this means test
yeah.
of how much you earn and everything.
Oh, and you downplayed what you earned.
Yeah. And then they give it to the judge or the magistrate.
And
And
then
then
you decide fine.
They decide to fine.
So it were a lower fine than what you should have got, really.
Well, that's what I thought anyway.
Yeah, please do.
But it didn't work out that way in the end.
Simon, we all need to arrange to go to the Ram-In.
You know, I want to go. I really do. 60 quid. But that is if you go with a lot of other people. And they say you can go off on your own.
Yeah.
But it's £60 a person. And I think it's from 8 o'clock till 3 in the morning. But you don't know how many people are going to be there with you.
Yeah. Depends how many's booked for that night.
Yeah. But it's about £60. I think it says £60 a person.
We'll have to have an inquiry.
But I do. Well, I've always said I wanted to go. I've said it to you, and I've said it to Tony.
You're going to get rammed at the Ram-In.
I'm taking Clive because he likes a good ram.
Yeah, but Mark got rammed at the Ram-In, didn't he?
No, he never. He just pretended he got rammed. Unless he's that way inclined anyway, which I don't believe.
No.
Yeah, so I played it down, and I forget how much they fined me, but it was, I don't know, it was like at the time about 200 to 300 quid,
Yeah.
which was a lot, you know. About when was it? 6, 7, 8, over 10 years ago.
Mm.
You know, 200 quid. Magistrate says, I got to pay this, Mr. Howard. I thought, you bastards. I really did. I thought, you bastards. I thought, I'll give you me means test and you fine me like that. I thought, you fuckers. And it says going like, Mr. Howard, are you going to pay this? I went, can you take my card? And the look on her face when I said that. No, because obviously I'm making out I've got no money.
Yeah.
And they've come out with this judgment of like 200 or 250 pounds. And she's expecting me to say, well, can you accept £5 a week? And I went, do you take the card? And the look on her face when I said that. Do you take the card? You know, but like,
I thought you would have said, can I get in your cash? And just took it
Well,
out your pocket.
I really want to go to the Ram-In.
Yes. Tony says the barn is more active than the house from the experience we have had.
Well, I always remember Paul when he went in the barn on his own. And he don't normally swear out like that. And I don't know what happened to it. I think he fell over in the barn or something. But Paul don't normally swear. And he went, oh, fuck off. And I thought, fucking hell, Paul never does that. Paul's normally quite calm and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And do you remember that, Tony, when Paul did that in the barn? And like,
I hadn't seen that video.
never seen it. Well, I used to watch Tony all the time.
Well, I used to watch Tony, but I hadn't seen that one.
I used to watch him like.
Okay, I'm just going to go down and get me a cup of tea, Lindsay's bed, mate.
Or she could have made me one. That's the only problem living on your own. You have to make your own stuff.
Hmm?
Do you know what Shire? I would like to go. Where's it called? Vietnam. I would like to do the jungles of Vietnam because of all the soldiers that had died. I'd like to do, but I wouldn't show it on video. That's the problem. You know, because I think that's disrespectful. Sometimes ghost hunting can be personal and it's just for you. And it's just for your experience. And this is where YouTube goes wrong. You know, because it's all about the money and who's bigger than who. But it's like France, I'd like to do like the trenches and that in France and Germany. You know, we could go to London where all the bombing was and do ghost hunting around them streets. So I bet they're quite active, some of them. If we go back to the running, most important thing is we find good shit. Yeah, it is. It's in the middle of nowhere though, isn't it? Tony. I don't think there's anything around there. Yeah, I think the ghost hunting, like, some of it has to be personal.
Sorry about that.
Shire says, if you could go anywhere in the world, ghost hunting, where would you like to go? And then Tony's put, if we go to the ramming, the most important thing is the chippy.
Yeah, definitely is.
It's a village, and I think there's a chip shop in there. Well, we're all right, aren't we?
Yeah. See, we're not bothered about going to the pub. We'd rather go to Chippy.
Yeah. Because I says I'd like to go to Vietnam for ghost hunt. You know, because of the war in Vietnam. All the Americans and the Vietnamese that lost their life in the jungle and that. I bet you could be quite haunted. But I wouldn't show it because like it would be just a personal experience for me. Because I think it would be disrespectful.
If I could go anywhere, I forgot what it's called. Oh, I thought I took it off again.
There's a mist block, there's a ghost near me. It's not my vape. Where are you going to put East Drive?
I can't pronounce that.
Gettysburg.
No, it's that forest in Romania.
Oh,
Romania. It's Hoia back here, something. I don't know what.
wouldn't you like to go to that Dracula's Castle?
I want to go to that forest. That's where I'd love to go. Creepy, almost haunted forest.
Yeah, but I thought that was in Japan.
No, I think it's in Romania or somewhere.
The what you call it did it, didn't they? The two brothers. Because he got slated for showing somebody that was hanging from the forest in Japan.
Oh yeah.
Logan. I forget the last name.
Or it might be that one I'm thinking of then. There were one, yeah, the people walk in and just disappear and never come back out again and nobody ever finds them.
I think that's in Japan.
Yeah, it might be that one I'm thinking of then, that Japan one.
It was Logan. They saw somebody hanging from a tree.
I don't know. It could be that other one though, because it says it's the world's most haunted forest. It's famous for its eerie atmosphere, strange and twisted trees, and numerous reports of paranormal activity, unexplained disappearances, feeling anxiety being watched, and ghostly apparitions. Yeah, it's that one in Romania I'm thinking of.
They would like to go to the abandoned old west towns in America.
If you could get in any building, not that like seeing what to do Buckingham Palace, you could get in there. What building in UK would you pick to do if you could do anywhere, and whoever were there weren't a problem, they'd let you go in and investigate?
I'd like to do Windsor Castle.
No, I don't mean just like royal castles. Any building in UK, not just royal buildings. If you could get into any building anywhere, or any manor house,
I'd still say Windsor Castle
would you?
or the Tower of London. I think the Tower of London will be quite spooky. You know, because they hang people around there, they imprison people in there, and I think it'd be quite spooky. The Tower of London.
That's the one. Shire Ghost, but that's how I don't know how you pronounce it, but that's how you spell it.
I can't even read it. Oa Backy Forest.
Yeah.
Or Backy Forest. Yeah, I think I'd like to do the Tower of London or.
I don't know. There's that many places I could think of that I'd like to investigate in UK if I could get in.
See, me, I like to do places with history. You know, this is why sometimes I don't like doing abandoned buildings. Just going up there and saying, yeah, it's haunted. Like we did in that, what you call it, the asylum. You know.
Yeah, but we went there for a reason, because it was an asylum, to find out if any enemies were there because of what happened and mental state of people.
I know, but like, it took a lot for me to go in there because for goodness knows how long, I've always said I hate do abandoned buildings. And then like when I'm coming back into the ghost hunting scene, I thought, well, I've got to do them. I have to do them. And it was an experience.
That's the one, Shire. That's the one. There's got a circle where no trees grow. And it's right in the middle somewhere or somewhere. Straight walk to it.
I've never heard of that.
Right. Google it when you finish live or tomorrow, whatever.
But I would like to do the Tower of London. I bet that's, well, they say it's haunted, don't they? They say Windsor Castle is, Buckingham Palace is.
I don't know what I'd pick. There's so many, but then some of them that I want to do, you could get in. You could literally get in and investigate if you got money.
See, I've been to Stonehenge. I didn't do it as a ghost hunt. I did it in the hippie days when I was stoned out my head.
Yeah.
And I would say,
at that time, could you get close? Could you actually go in the
stones?
You can't go in now, like Claire says. You can't access it.
Now you could sit on them, touch them. All the druids was there. And I don't know whether it was because I was stoned out my head. You know, I took a bit of acid, I took some mushrooms. But I used to feel the stone. You know, I like touching stuff, don't you, when I go.
Like my mushroom Jamaican.
You know, but I did feel
Sausage,
spiritual energy around them stones.
Tomatoes.
When I was younger. But like I say, I don't know if it was because like of all the substances I was on. Because we used to go to Stonehenge for 3 days for the rock concert. And Stonehenge was here. Then you got a road. And then over the road, you had the rock concert. And you could like nip over the road to the stones and go over there and touch them and everything. And
You make that sound so creepy.
uh,
Just walk over there and touch him.
yeah, you could. But it was Margaret Thatcher, wasn't it?
You
That's
can get older for that.
Yeah, it was Margaret Thatcher. She stopped all the free. Because you used to have like I used to go to Manchester as well, place called Deeply Vale, and they used to do a rock concert there. It was all free. You know, you just plug up there for the weekend, put your tent up, you know, and you have a free concert. Take your own beer, whatever. They used to have them in Devil's Bridge in Wales. You know, just in the middle of like fields. Nobody owned them. It was all common land. And then they used to like rock up there, put a makeshift stage up, and you'd have like 200, 300 hippies all there like smoking, blowing, whatever. You know,
Do you know where that happens today? I'm asking for a friend.
Margaret Thatcher stopped it all, didn't she? She stopped it in the 80s. And then that's when there was something about Stonehenge. And then English Heritage took it over, didn't they? And then as soon as they took it over, they started charging people.
Mm.
But up till then, it used to be all free and everything.
I don't understand why they have to charge. I think
But it was never vandalised.
no, but I can understand why they have to charge people to go in. They're expensive to keep running these places, do you know? So
Yeah,
I can understand why they have to charge them. But I think some of the prices at some of them are extortionate if you're just paying one off. It were like, I think we've got National Trust passes now where you pay yearly. Well,
Yeah,
pay
but
monthly for a year.
like I go there and it was nothing. It was never vandalised or anything. It's just a money-making racket.
It is, but I can understand why they need the money. But like I said, I was trying to say, I think they pay £8 a month or something, and we can go to as many National Trusts as we want every day a year. But if you go in on a one-off, I've been to some of them, it's like £23 to get in, and you're thinking, geez, I won't pay that.
It's like I have a big problem with like the English Heritage because nowadays we've got that many modern equipment that can look old and that can redo an house cheaper, like with materials, but they want you to do it with the proper materials. What's the difference if it looks the same and you can do it cheaper?
Because it's got to be authentic to how it were at that built when it was built.
Why does it? If it
Because
still
that's
looks,
its history. That's part of its history.
it looks exactly the same as it did in that period, without the old way of doing it, but the modern way of doing it, and it's cheaper.
But then it doesn't become
Bring it back to its full glory.
Yeah, but it doesn't, does it? Its full glory is what it is, not what you could make it. Why don't we just put cladding all over them?
We can do things artificially now, can't we?
Yeah, but we don't. You don't want artificial on things like that, do you? You want them built as they were.
Why would you?
If you double glaze, if you went to all these,
no, I don't mean double glaze.
then you put double glaze, they take up
No, I don't mean
nice
that.
wooden frames out and that.
If you've got a nice wooden frame,
Or put some new PVC in.
if you've got a big wooden frame window, right? And the window seat was made out of oak,
Yeah.
right? Why can't you do that window out of pine and stain it oak and make it look like oak, which you can do, and people can never tell the difference.
I just think that takes a bit of,
But it's cheaper.
it's cheaper, but it takes a bit of magic away from it, I think.
What's
Because
Ringwood
all the-
House? Have you done Ringwood House? Aliens. I'm doing editing on Ringwood House. Plus, Bev's got the football in the background, not for laughs. I didn't know Bev liked football.
She's an Arsenal fan.
Is she? I'll have to tell Clive he's an Arsenal fan.
No.
What's Shiro? No. So what would you do then, John?
What?
If you could investigate anywhere?
I said that forest in Romania.
Yeah, I think I still like to do what's it called? The Tower.
Oh, Arsenal drew today.
Wouldn't you like to do the House of the Parliament?
Bev will not be happy. 94th minute goal. Yes, I'd love to House of Parliament. I think that'd be a good one to do.
I wonder how much they'll charge you to do that.
I don't think you'd be able to, you'd get in.
I think they would, because they do tours, don't they? They don't do actual ghost tours.
Yeah, I'm going to say, I don't think they're going to let you in via K2 meter at 9 o'clock at night.
Let me go to that toilet. Oh,
Again?
yes, again.
Do you know? He's not even drinking now. I hope that's not his pants hung over the door. I can't see. No, it's not. Very big pants if they were. Can't wait to see Ringwood. Mouth. No more alcohol, just Coke. Should we all just pretend we're not here? You've not come on bottom of my screen, Tony. And normally, if you were in the studio, you'd be on. Yeah? I know, I've just said, but he's not. He's not in bottom bar. So I can't see him either. No, I can see him normally. Yeah, he's probably sent wrong one. I'll forward it to you, Tony.
Why? What have I done now?
I don't know. Tony's waiting at bottom, but he's not on.
Oh,
I'm just going to send him.
no.
No, he's not. Simon, take that off.
I've took it off. Well, I haven't seen him come on. It normally shows in the box.
I know that's what I've just said. So I'm gonna forward Tony link.
I'm just doing it now.
No, leave it. I'll do it. You probably sent one from last week, knowing you. I've sent it Tony now.
Where are I?
No, because normally you'd be in a box on bottom, even if you weren't got a camera on. There'd be a box with your feed on it.
Yeah.
Even if it just be audio, it'd be a black box with a little circle in the middle. But I've just sent you a link. Try that one. Oh, it's
Well,
like waiting for
It
Christmas.
comes under the boxes underneath us,
Yeah, no, it does.
and I can't see anything there. Stop sharing. Let's stop that. So there's only me and you.
It's not his camera.
What's that?
No, I know you didn't, but you'd still, if you were in.
On streaming. Oh yeah, last time his camera didn't work, did it? On StreamYard.
Yeah, I can go his email. I haven't.
Right, Tony's entered studio. Add to stage.
Is he in there? Gone.
Yeah, but his camera.
Tony?
Hello.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
here. Yeah, it's just his camera's not working, but sound's on.
It might be my camera because last time I actually did it, I sounded like a duck. So it might be my camera gone on my actual. I've not done StreamYard for about a year, so that's probably why.
The three amigos.
The three amigos. Can you hear me okay though?
Yeah?
Yeah, you need it perfect.
Right, that's
Now, hang on a minute. I'm going to share something.
You've shared enough tonight.
No. Screen share. Share screen. Entire screen. I have to share that. Right.
All right.
I've got to find it now.
Is it the one of seeing you enjoying Johnson?
He goes through next door.
Right.
Oh, you are.
Right. I want you to listen to this, right?
Yeah.
Because
Stop sharing the screen. Just share it.
oh, because I'm not educated enough.
Yeah, but I
went to a common school. Right. This is where Ghost on Trent caught the door opening in Derby Jail.
Yeah.
And then they debunked it. Right, but I want you to listen to it.
Joking. But it will open quite.
Hang on a minute.
Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking. It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking.
Right. It's what they're saying is, right, that the door that they come through, because Richard Felix had slammed the door shut, it forced that door to open, right, which is logical. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That could have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Carry on listening.
It goes through next door. Oh, you are fucking joking.
So to describe this non-paranormal event, I thought I'd better not look directly into the camera because that's what all the cool kids do. So as you can see, when Richard slammed the door, that in turn caused the other interior door to open. The latch obviously wasn't on properly. Now, how many people would have claimed that as paranormal and not request?
Right. Now, you heard what Beardo said, didn't you?
Yeah.
The latch wasn't properly on. Properly. Now, this is what gets me with him. right? I don't know if I've got the other video, but there's another video where they all, when that door opened, they all said they heard the latch. They're all saying, yes, I heard that latch go. I heard that latch go. But now they're trying to say, when they all come through that door and Richard like shut the door, they saying the draft that came from that door when they shut it opened the other door.
Right.
But you can hear them in the video all saying, yes, I heard the latch go. So obviously, that door that opened was on a latch. You know what I mean? And they all heard the latch go and the door opened. Because they all said it. And now he's saying...
Surely Richard would know there all the time. If that's thing that's happened before. If it's an actual cause, then
Well,
you can go, yeah, it's wind, it's he's there all the time.
Well, that Richard,
Simon, sharing the screen.
I'm trying to do it now.
We're all echoing.
Yeah. Richard, when Ghost on Trent debunked it as that,
Yeah.
Richard made another video of showing him slamming doors and everything, and the door wouldn't open, and the door wasn't even on the latch. But what I'm saying is, when that first happened, they all said, Ghost on Trent and Beardo all said, I heard the latch. And then, like, I don't know who it was who decided, like, yeah, it was the door that Richard Phoenix shut and that opened it up. But it gets me how he just follows how they can say one thing and then like try to make you believe another thing.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've got to watch the full video and like to see it for all it is. Otherwise, it's like I'm just seeing a short clip.
Yeah,
like we all do. We do short clips to highlight what we've captured. But again, Richard is there all the time. So for me, it's like I trust what he's saying because he knows the building better than anyone. Does that make sense?
well, he told everybody there's a door or there's an hallway because now you can't get in through the old entrance.
Yeah.
So do you remember when you went there, John? You went down the back entrance.
Yeah.
And you had to go down some little steps, didn't you?
I can't remember. Yeah, I think you did. Yeah, you went down a few steps and then
You went through the back garden.
Yeah.
Well, now you can't go through that end because they're building there.
Right.
So you have to go from the front entrance. And that used to be the way in originally. When I remember it, when it was a nightclub, it used to be called The Secret Place. And even then, it was always rumoured it was haunted. People was always a bit dodgy, go to the toilets.
I definitely think there's something there. I don't know what. I mean, I investigated it once, so you can't really say after just being one time.
No, you have to get them back, definitely. It's like I keep saying, you've got to build a story. Go back several times.
The only problem with Derby Jail is it's quite expensive.
Yeah, but this is what I've been saying to you for a long time. It's like a lot of, someone said about the abandoned buildings, but a lot of investigators have been put in that position to go to these abandoned buildings because the locations are expensive.
Yeah.
Well, I used to go there, you see, when it was before it became Derby Jail. Because, like I said, it was always called The Secret Place.
Well, I don't think you actually went before it with Derby Jail, did you?
Well, no.
No, because you were originally Derby Jail, weren't it?
Well, I used to go there before Richard Phoenix took it over.
You're a bit older than what you're telling us if you went there originally.
before Richard Felix took it over, we used to go down there. It used to be a nightclub. And like I say, it was always well known in the nightclub that it was haunted. And to be quite truthful, now Derby Jail don't do it justice because it's quite big, that place.
Yeah, but it's been split up into all different things, hasn't it?
But when I went there, it was a massive place.
But me and Lindsay went there, and I mean, I've said it's expensive, but for that night, I think it was worth it. Don't get me wrong, for what we paid, it was worth it. I think it's gone up since then, but that's irrelevant because we did. I mean, they were only myself and Lindsay. They're only myself and Lindsay, and Richard Felix actually came down, and he said the guy that normally would have come down and met us and everything, and probably he'd have stayed with us. He was poorly, so Richard says, I've had to come down. He says, Brad went to his dinner function. He says, so will you be all right? I'd be like, yeah, we'll be fine. He says, I'll come back. And anyway, he came back later on. And then there's just me and Lindsay building. It was a brilliant experience. He came back later on, and then he actually took us down to other part of Derby Jail where he owns.
That was the old Greyhound Stadium.
Yeah, and he owns them 2 towers, doesn't he? And we went, well, Lindsay didn't, because obviously Lindsay couldn't climb upstairs. But we went up first one, and Tony, Richard showed me up first one, then we went up other one, then we did a little mini investigation, me and Richard up there. So we had a great night. You know what I mean? I mean, I will say it is expensive, but we really enjoyed it. We just couldn't afford to be doing it all the time.
But them towers, to me, I've never known them to be haunted.
Well, I'll try and find video and I'll clip the bit where I keep wanting to say Tony because I'm looking at the screen. Me and Richard did that investigation.
I used to go there when it used to be the Dogs, the Derby Greyhound Stadium.
I mean, the thing is, I've said for a long time, with the paranormal, you can only prove to the people that you're with. Like, people are watching you through a screen. So therefore, whatever they see is what they get. They can either judge for themselves and go, this is that, this is that.
Yeah.
But the people that are there, they're experiencing it. It's their real experience. They walk away with that and go, we heard that, we saw that. As in, so the rest of them are going, well, it could be this or it could be that. So it's the same with you guys. Like, we've been out, we've experienced this stuff. And yeah, the camera's picked up on it. What we called out, oh, I heard that voice. Well, we know where the only one's there. So therefore, what is that external voice? What is that external noise that, we can't explain? So there's stuff like that where you've got to do it for yourself. You share it with the rest of you to go and encourage other people to go out there and search for themselves.
Well, it starts off, Tony. Do you know Kenny Biddle?
No.
He's an American guy who does all these write-up and ghost hunts and that. And
I'll be honest, I don't watch anyone but yourself or ETA. And there's another group that I watch that I've worked with in the past. So other than that, I don't really watch many groups.
Well, it's like a skeptic and that. And he was doing like all the negatives about the rent pod, the K2 meter. He was saying like the rent pod, you can stick it on the floor and you get a walkie-talkie and you can make it go off and that.
Well, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can.
I just thought, like,
well, I mean, that is negative things about it, but that's it. I think it's telling people that just for them to keep that in mind when they see it, because if people are just showing you the REM pod and not what's around it, like when we put REM pod down, you can see all around it, you can see us all. So you know.
He never said anything about the positives. And it just got me like, everybody's going on about the negatives.
Yeah, we might have just been telling people just what to look out for.
But then, to be fair, the last couple of years that I've been doing this, I've been going on events and just turning up unannounced. And a lot of people use gadgets, and like, for instance, they got their walkie-talkie. Oh, the REM pod's going off. I go, no, that's your walkie-talkie. So on that side, it's good because you can outrule a lot of stuff. So that's not a bad thing. So in a sense, but then when it's going off where they, like for instance, in a bunker where there's no electricity, then you've got to question what's making that go off.
Or
But
at
at the
that,
same-
like, at that mental
That's what
asylum.
I'm saying, like, it's going on about the negative side of it, but he didn't give you the positive side of it, like saying, well, if you're alone and you haven't got a walkie-talkie and it goes off, you know, it could be something. He didn't say that. It was just going on about the negatives, and that's what gets me with the paranormal.
But then, to be fair, on the same side, if you can have devices far away from yourself, like I did with the asylum, where I said just move away from it, where we can prove it's not going to go off, and you're capturing disembodied voices. Sorry?
I've always said that. It's like I used to say, like when they used the old, what was it? The old tape recorder in the hands. I always say, put it on the floor. You know, walk away from it.
But you don't need that. You need a good camera with good audio. Again, because as long as you're on shot, because I don't think EVPs were ever evidence of paranormal anyway, because it can be manipulated and it can be. But whereas if you're on camera and you're in shot and you're capturing a voice where you can see everyone in shot, well, where's that coming from? Do you see what I mean? So it's more credible than an EVP that could be edited beforehand. That makes sense.
Yes, but like I say, it could be a rustle of your coat or whatever.
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
But it's like when we was in that asylum and we kept hearing them weird noises.
I'll tell you, when John, Bev and Lindsay left us, I was like, bloody hell, me and you were in the asylum, weren't we?
Yeah.
We were like, bloody hell, we're home. Madness.
Well, it was like they was trying to communicate as if they was on like doped out the head.
I have enjoyed it. I must admit, it was a weird experience because they were gone for about 10-15 minutes, roughly.
Yeah.
And
it wasn't spoken words though, was it? It was moaning.
It was weird, yeah.
It
weird.
was like they was on drugs and they couldn't speak as if they had too much medication.
Yeah. I'm glad you heard it though. I'm glad you heard it because again, it's one of those experiences that you can't. Two people can't be crazy. That's my own point. It's like anything. If two people are experiencing the same thing, then you know that's quite weird. So.
You know, I've experienced quite a few things when I've been with John, and like with Lindsay as well.
Lindsay.
Like the things I come out with and say. Because
I thought you were going to say karaoke then.
It's shouting Lindsay.
Well, she said you've been experiencing things with Lindsay. I want to know what you've been experiencing.
Well, I've been with you've been there. When we've heard noises and like whatever. You know. And you can't explain them, can you? Even on camera, you can't explain them.
No, you can't. Well, that's the thing, but people watch it, the video, and because they weren't there, they can't understand, or
that's what I said.
They might say, "Oh, we don't know. It could be something behind them." Well, we know it was behind cameras. We know it was nothing behind cameras because we could physically see it.
To be honest, I think a lot of it comes down to TV. Mainstream TV is literally ruined. Like, although it's highlighted the paranormal, everything now is just criticised. Yeah. Whatever anyone captures, it's like, you know, that's how it's because of the TV shows, because they mimic things and go, oh, we caught this and whatever, and they act, paid actors.
It's not just TV shows, is it? It's people like,
they're mimicking the TV shows. Yeah. They're mimicking it. You know, I've done television production stuff, but in the past, and I said, no, I'm not doing this and doing that because I've got boundaries. It's like, no, it happened how it happened. That's it. Unfortunately, a lot of them, you know, it's like, it is what it is. They want that attention, and it's growing their YouTubes or whatever they're trying to achieve. They're not looking at the paranormal side of it. They're looking at the actual, let's go and do this because it might make my YouTube grow, or they're not seeing it from the actual aspect of people search from the afterlife and they're not.
You know, well, I don't really watch. Ghosts of Britain have got a YouTube channel, haven't they now?
I have no idea. I don't watch them.
Yeah, they've had one for quite a bit. And we got about Richard Felix and that. Do you really trust him? Because to be quite truthful, he knows an awful lot of secrets about Yvette Fielding and Cole and that program they did. And then, like, he says he's a credible ghost hunter, but he's not exactly telling the truth. Because if you watch any of his interviews and that, and the podcasts with people, and they ask him about, you know, what it was like and that, and they ask him about the fakery, he don't really admit it, that it was fakery. And I think, like, how can you trust somebody like that? You've got to be honest, ain't you? You know, who's that other one? Is it Kieran? The psychologist person.
Oh, Kieran O'Keefe.
O'Keefe, yeah. You know, do you think he's credible? Because they've all been on these ghost hunting shows, haven't they? Do you think they're credible people?
I don't know. I've never met him, but I can't really judge until I've met somebody whether they're credible and worked with him and seen, you know what I mean, and talked to him about it. You can't tell. I don't
When
think.
you're judging a person, like we judge John Sixpence, don't we? We say he's a fake. You know, we've
But he never faked anything when they were out with us. We also said that.
Well, I don't know. He did. He faked when he said he saw 2 feet. I was looking in that direction. And I thought,
That's
you know,
your opinion. We can't prove that. We didn't see it.
No.
It's not like when Mark and Lee did that clown.
I saw it. He said, "Did you see them feet?" And I thought, well, I've just been looking over there, and I didn't see any bloody feet. I didn't say that.
Apart from that once.
No, but I said to you, don't trust him. You know, I had that feeling that he was using this for our credibility, because I would say we are honest.
I mean, if we'd have thought at any point he was faking, we'd have pulled him up on it there and then.
You see, like they always said, that his museum wasn't haunted. But I can, hand on heart, say I did feel quite a few things when I was in there.
There's some energies there.
Well, I felt like I was going to be thrown down the stairs. You remember when I was standing on the stairs hovering? And like,
We call, like Lindsay's just said, you call John a fake. Well, that don't mean he faked when he was, because he's been caught faking since. We didn't catch him faking with us.
well, it was called a fake when he was with Dano, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And then he went with us.
But what I was saying, no, because all that with Dano were after, weren't it? After they were with us. Because then when him and Dano, we stopped working together. Dano, not Dano. Fucking hell, you've got me doing it now.
Yeah, Lindsay, he's been caught faking, Simon. See, even Lindsay agrees with me.
No, she's saying he's been caught faking. That's why we call him a fake. We actually never caught him faking with us.
No. We've never seen him throw things.
No.
Which I can honestly say I've never seen him throw anything. All right. But the things that he says on the videos, we've never actually seen what he's seen.
On that one time, yeah, definitely. I can't speak for every other time because I don't know. can't remember every time John said that to us, so I don't know if I saw anything at the same time as he did.
But what
But
gets me,
there were only you and him looking at where you saw it. I weren't looking at that, so
Yeah.
I couldn't comment whether it were there or not.
but what gets me is with ghost hunters, they don't really investigate now. I've always said it, they don't investigate.
But you've already said why, because it's all about money in YouTube and views. That's why people don't investigate, or they do investigate, but then they only put the clips out and they cut them really down. And you don't see any context to it or anything.
It's like what we did. The K2 meter was going off into the red. Your meter was going off into the red.
Yeah, so rather than then, where other people had just stopped at that point,
Yeah,
said it's
we
a
never.
demon, and gone into another room and started again. We didn't. We sat there and we tried to debunk as many things as we could. But that's not good for views, so that's why a lot of people
Yeah, I know.
don't do it.
Well, I think that's what people ought to do, you know. But like I say, it's no good for views. People find it boring.
Unfortunately, ghost hunting is like fishing. It's patience. It's like relaxation.
Yeah.
And then, you know, for instance, when things go off, it does. You could be there for 7 hours and make like a 20-minute video, 30-minute video of not just evidence of the good bits where you're just enjoying yourself and things happen.
Yeah.
Sometimes nothing happens. So it is patience.
Yeah.
Do you
it
think
is.
ghosts attach themselves to you?
And that's why some ghost hunters did not want to spend, because we do lives and we put us full video out, so we don't clip it all down. Well, we do, but only bits that, like when you turn it camera and you're walking back and things like that.
Do you believe that?
Hmm?
Ghosts can attach themselves to you?
No.
Yeah, but because then people now don't want to spend 9 or 10 hours because they clip it that much down to get the views. So it's only all exciting stuff and nothing else. But they don't want to spend 10 hours just for a 20-minute video. But go on, anyway. Do you think people ghosts attached to people? Yeah.
You know, because I've been thinking about this, like.
But I don't say ghost, maybe an energy can attach to you. Everybody's energy attaches to you. You rub off against everybody's energy every day that you pass or are near.
I would say I'm spiritual in some type of form. I don't know what, but I feel things. I don't know why. I've always questioned it, and I just feel like it's hard to explain what you feel. It's
But
like
you're using your senses.
Yeah.
is it sick? Well, I've always said it's my sixth sense, but I don't like using the sixth sense after John's sixth sense.
No, you're using your inner self.
Yeah, that's what you're using your inner self. Using everything.
But even in this flat, I feel things. I wouldn't say this flat is haunted, but I do sometimes feel things.
But that
Yeah.
could be
But then,
family, friends, or anything. You just popping in to see you. You don't know.
Do you
It
feel
could
Oh,
it
be-
all the time, Alan? Do you feel it all the time?
all the time.
Okay.
You see, I lay in bed at night. Like tonight, I will lay in bed, and before I go to sleep,
Yeah.
I will talk to like spirit, and sometimes I get what I think are like bangs and that, and then I think to myself, is that next door? Is it Clive?
Yeah.
You know, because being in a flat, you can hear every noise from your neighbours.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, but it's not just about these bangs and noise here. Do you feel like there's something there? Do you feel
But then-
like energy?
But what have I said to you from day one? The first day I worked for you, you say
I know.
things and they happen. Manifestation, you manifest it.
like
Like-
I lay in bed and I'll put my arm out like that, and I do it deliberately. and I'll say like, you can touch my hand. And I don't know if it's me, but then the hand start tingling.
Yeah, and you don't know whether it is something touching you or whether it's position you've got your arm and your hand's going dead.
Yeah. And I think, is somebody touching me or is it me? Expecting
Well,
to.
put your hand in a position one time and leave it there in that
Well,
position,
I've tried no-ended positions.
and don't ask for anything and see if it goes dead. And if it don't go, well, not dead, but you know what I mean. If it don't get that tingling
I've actually
feeling,
done that. I've just laid there and put my hand there and not said anything.
and does it tingle then?
Yeah, sometimes.
So you can
Sometimes not.
Simon, so why don't you try this then? You're on your own, yeah? Ask these questions, looked off camera, yourself,
I
listen
think
back,
they're doing that.
listen back the next day and see what you capture.
Get your son a bubble off.
Get yourself a bubble off with decent audio.
I've got that camera that I can, that, what you call it, night camera.
Yeah, but don't you have problems with it charging for it to be on all night?
Yeah.
I just plug it into the computer.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you plug it.
People are too worried about the visual because they're so bothered about their faces being on the screen. It's the audio we're more worried about.
Yeah, but you need it. You need it in bedroom.
Got this computer.
Oh yeah, so you could plug that in. You do that then.
I can plug it into this. I can have an extension lead, keep this on overnight, and keep the camera plugged in.
Just have it on you when you're sleeping, because then you can see if a noise happens, you'll see whether it's you moving or not.
Yeah.
The only problem is I sleep in the nude.
Well, you don't have to put video out there. It's for your own evidence.
And I don't want to see myself on camera.
That's
Blur
all right.
yourself out.
You know.
Simon, my toilet is haunted. You can do it. There you go. My toilet is haunted. That's a new thing for you.
Anyway, if you do that, what you could do is you could tell everybody on YouTube about evidence, and then you could open an OnlyFans and put your sleeping videos on OnlyFans.
Well, I don't wear anything in bed. I don't know why. I've never ever been able to have clothes on in bed. I just find it like
unholy.
Well, I think it's dirty. You sweat, don't you?
Yeah.
You sweat and you're laying and you got clothes on and you're sweating. You know.
You're selling it, mate. You're selling it for the viewers. You're selling it.
Yeah, but it's true, isn't it? You lay in bed with
I mean, I've got to be honest. I can't sleep in anything. I have to sleep naked as well.
You know, I just find it dirty. I don't know why.
The only time I've ever wore pajamas or anything like that is in hospital. Just to get a bit upset if you walk about naked on wards.
Well, I used to wear my dressing gown or one of their.
Yeah, but you'd have to wear something when you put your dressing gown on.
Well,
or you just used to sleep in your dressing gown?
They used to give you them gowns, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. My toilet is on.
Those gowns they give you, where it shows your arse at the back. It covers your front, but it don't cover your arse, does it? Them gowns they give you.
Yeah.
And I used to have just one of them. And then, like, obviously, my dressing gown. My toilet is haunted. Right,
That's your new channel.
I reckon it should be.
You've got to create a new channel called My Toilet is Haunted.
Got to sit there and say, "Are there any spirits that are going to flush my toilet?"
You have to do a video every morning and you sat on the toilet when you're having your morning ablutions, and you have to call out while you're doing it. But you have to have yourself on camera.
It'll be a lot better than some of the shit on TV, definitely.
What?
No pun intended.
Like I sit in the living room and I don't feel anything in the living room.
But My Toilet is Haunted. We're with you.
The moment I leave the living room and go into the hallway, I start to feel things. which I find a bit strange. And then, like I say, I go to bed and you can hear some strange knocks, but then you don't know if it's the neighbours or not. You know, because the guy below Clive is he does drilling in the middle of the night.
Yeah, but I think you'd hear what drilling were. It wouldn't sound like a knock. And you were saying the other day about the concrete floors or something, and about how they can hear, how Clive can hear that is beyond you.
Yeah.
So that's only saying you wouldn't hear them.
Well, we have because the flats are concrete floors.
Yeah, so you probably wouldn't hear anything from flat below
Yeah, I do.
at that time at night.
Hear his music and everything.
Yeah, but what, 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning?
Oh yeah, he seems to sleep in the daytime, and then come alive like a vampire.
Who, Clive?
No, the guy below him.
Oh,
You know, he breaks up furniture and he kind of mends. He seems to take in old furniture, thinks he's going to do like a restoration on it, like you see on the TV. You can hear him, and then you go down to put your bin out, and then in the foyer bit, you can see all the rubbish that is chucked away that he's trying to mend, and he can't fucking mend it. But like the night before, you can hear him banging away at the bloody thing. It's like now it's quiet. Well, if I go to bed at a certain time, like 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, when he's quiet. What's this, Simon? Is it dirty wearing PJs?
no, she put, Simon, how is it dirty wearing PJs in bed? It's far more hygienic than having your bits and bobs touching the bedding.
Is it? I don't know. Because I don't think it is.
Well, technically it is. It depends how many times you wear your pajamas, doesn't it? I mean, if you wash your bedding, I'm not even going to ask you how often you wash your bedding. I don't even want to know, Simon.
Once a month.
God.
Oh,
Yeah, well, it'd be far more hygienic for you to wear pajamas, say, for 4 days or 3 days and wash them and get a clean pair of pajamas than it is to sleep in the same bed.
We're all different, aren't we? We're all different.
No, what we're saying, I think scientifically it would be more hygienic.
I don't know, because like I say, we sweat.
But all your skin cells and that'll stop in your pajamas, not in your bed.
Like you wear pajamas, you don't wear a pair of pajamas every night, do you?
Yeah, you might want to wear them a couple of nights, though.
People wear pajamas all week, don't they?
No, I couldn't do that.
Chuck them in the washer at the weekend.
Lindsay shouts at me, I only wear everything once. Everything is worn once. She goes mad because I'm forever washing.
Yeah, but I find ghost hunting very fascinating. I just think like YouTube has corrupted everything.
Well, it's not YouTube, it's TV. TV has corrupted it. It's people trying to mimic what TV does.
It's people that want to be famous. They're not in it anymore for finding evidence. They're in it to try and be famous, be well known.
Thing is, you can actually get yourself highlighted with credible evidence or things that can't be explained. But at the same point, with YouTube, it's like they try and copy what the television's done. Oh, let's make it dramatic, and that's how they do it. Sadly, but it is what it is. I've been doing it a long time. It's like, yeah, you see it for what it is.
Well, you live in an haunted flat. Yeah, because
I don't live in a flat.
Well, Tony used to do videos in his flat.
I've never lived in a flat.
Yeah. You have?
Are you sure you're not talking about Paul? Did
Paul,
live in
yeah.
Is it Paul's flat?
Paul's place is haunted, yeah. But,
Top floor.
huh?
Do you live on the top floor in your flat?
Tony don't live in a flat.
I don't live in a flat. I don't live in a flat. Paul has.
Must be Paul then.
Yeah, it is because he had stuff going on at his centre and his flat.
But you was doing it.
I was highlighting it. Yeah, I was highlighting what he had, the activity, because
But he wasn't in the video. It was just you.
yeah, because he was again he was not too scared, but because he didn't. I was recording what's happening because with him it's his own home, so I was like keeping it private. With things like that, when it's people's homes being haunted, you keep it private.
Because I remember you doing it. I'm sure you had the dog in there and that. So it must have been his dog.
Oh, you're on about the place we used to live in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a flat. That was a house.
Was it an ass?
Yeah, you're talking about 6-7 years ago when I first started out. Apparently there was a fire in the house and people actually died in the house and they rebuilt it over, etc. So yeah, whether that was paranormal activity or not, I don't know. Because again, I was using devices.
Yeah, I thought it was your ass. Well, I always thought it was a flat for some strange reason.
No, it was upstairs in one of the spare rooms.
So you sure it weren't your flat in Portsmouth, that Tony?
It might have been the flat in Portsmouth.
Yeah. Probably. It's only saying that. I got
That's
it
what we
wrong
thought, yeah.
when I said you lived in Portsmouth.
Yeah, but me and Paul used to do a lot of stuff in Portsmouth because there's a lot of places in Portsmouth that are haunted. So we spent a lot of time down that way because, again, it's like they got military bases. As you know, both of you, it's a military base all around it. It's like a prison.
I mean, we've all got to go back to bunker.
No, I want to do that. What you call it? What's the one? The fort with the door.
I'm not going to say it online because I don't want to give it away. But yeah, I know what you're about. Yeah, the bunker.
Yeah, with the door.
Yep, definitely, 100%.
Where you left the locked off camera.
Yep.
And then you and Paul went somewhere else.
He's talking about.
Well, I think you've done that before. And you've caught other stuff with Paul. And he don't normally get scared, does he?
I must admit, he don't get scared, but he gets a bit weird. I'm not gonna lie, because there's a point where where his mediumship stuff goes into it. It's like he's got a bit strange, but I've never heard him swear before. Like that way, not the ancient around me, and that was quite weird. But I wasn't there at the time. I came back in. I heard him swear loud in the atrium, going "F off." I was going, "Who's swearing at Paul?" He was like, "Did you not hear that?" I was like, "What?" So it was one of those that until I looked back on the actual footage, I was like, "Okay, he had a bang."
He didn't swear though, did he? He jumped and everything.
Yeah, he did jump. Yeah, but he doesn't normally swear though. I must admit, he doesn't.
And it kind of went, "Oh, fuck off!" kind of thing. Like I couldn't stop laughing because, like, I thought, well, that's not like him doing that.
No, it's not.
But normally, it's like.
Normally, he's running after me, chasing me in prisons or whatever, or going a bit strange.
If anything was going to happen, it always happened to him, didn't it?
Yep.
And it always used to happen to him.
I know, it must be something about Tony, because it's now since we've been going out, it always happens to you. How many times have you nearly fallen over and Tony's caught you?
Well, that's because I'm old, isn't it?
You might.
Unsteady on my feet.
Tony's cursed, and everybody that works with him ends up falling over. And we always get motorbikes, planes, dogs, owls.
Yeah, but you get activity, don't you?
Yes.
I'll say something, and we normally get a response or whatever of what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, we do, yeah.
We get a response.
As you said earlier on, Simon, the camera does not lie. The camera does not lie. It doesn't.
Makes me laugh because I always say I'm not psychic. I'm not a psychic medium.
But what is a psychic medium? This is again another thing. it's the same with the paranormal. We brand these names as what we all are, but we're all on the same thing, as the same path. We're trying to search for what is out there. So all these names just mean it's meaningless. It's
I
just
always
names.
say, I go by my sixth sense, and that's all I do. I just go by my senses. I don't know what it
Sixth
is.
sense.
Yeah, but you can't. I can't go Simon's sixth sense. I'll get the copyright.
What?
Wouldn't
Call
it,
yourself
Simon?
Sixth Sense Simon.
Can't use sixth sense, can you? You use sixth sense.
It's not
It's
copyrighted.
more
You can use
What
it.
about-
the YouTube. You're nicking my name.
Or call yourself Sixth Sense, because this is just Sixth Sense, isn't it? Not sixth.
I don't know, but like, I've always gone on my senses. Of
Call it
what
opposite.
Yeah, your inner self. You're looking within your inner self. That's it. What you hear and sense and feel is your inner self.
You
And that's
can't.
the truth. That's what you're feeling and sensing and
John
hearing. It's your
couldn't-
inner self.
John couldn't do nothing about using Sixth Sense anyway, because Colin Fry used it before he did.
Did it?
And his program was called Sixth Sense.
Well, yeah, there was Colin Fry. Yeah, of course it is. It's used off that name.
Might have been John's brother then.
I mean, when we were in the asylum, the most interesting clip that I found at the asylum was when John goes, "I've just seen a shadow," and Mike captures a picture from audio going, "Hello," as it walks past, and we're all in shock. He goes, "What? Oh, just a shadow there." And as he walks towards it, he goes, "Oh, hello," and it's like as if someone's walking past it. Do you see what I'm saying? It's weird things like that. You just can't. But yet, John saw that.
Yeah.
But
Which
we
was a personal experience, because I
Yeah.
can't prove that I saw
You
that.
can't prove it, but yet you can hear a woman going, "Hello," and then walking past. It's like they just walk. But John goes, it's almost like a walking past. He goes, "Hello." Weird.
But I'm always curious of that because, like, I always see things at the corner of my eye. And I never say out because I
It
always.
went to that corner of my eye, though, looking straight. That's it.
Yeah.
But normally, it's all you always catch stuff at the corner of your eye, don't you?
Mhm.
And I never say out. Sometimes I do, and sometimes I think, like, is it my eyes playing tricks on me?
Well, if I see something out the corner of my eye, I'll turn to look at it, and then I'll take a few seconds to think, well, could it be this? Could it be what I saw? What, you know what I mean? And if I
Yeah.
can't then say, oh, it were shit, it were light reflected off that, whatever that's causing that shape. If I can't say anything like that, then I'll mention it.
It's a pity they're going to knock that building down, isn't it? That asylum.
Yeah. Can you guys now see why I do what I do? I try and make sure that everyone's in shock.
Sure.
Yeah.
I try and make sure that we're all still and ask questions, and I do it on purpose because if people question it, I can say that no, I've got a team there or people around me that I can say, yep. They say I just coughed, sniffed, or farted or whatever, and yet we're hearing a voice saying get out or whatever. I do it on purpose. I make sure that we're all in shock.
Well, it's better, isn't it? Because, like, nobody can question it then.
No, and that's what I'm saying to you. So these disembodied voices that are there, that sound nothing like us, they're going get out and saying F off or this or this or, you know, I'm trying to do it on purpose because it proves that it's none of us. So where is it coming from?
But
You
it's
know,
interesting. The sounds that you pick up, it's like, I still, like, questioning, like, the sounds we picked up there before John and Lindsay and Bed joined us.
Yeah.
And it was just kicking off. The moment was in that room. And even the frequency of the room,
Mm.
you know, you could feel that, the frequency of the room.
It's like it's a weird noise.
It's like you can't explain the noise of the room. But it wasn't
No.
loud. It was like you say, an humming, a buzzing.
Yep.
You know, you just felt the frequency of the room. And on the top of that,
It was like it's charged.
yeah, you could hear like like people not exactly talking, but kind of mumbling.
I think what happened after though is that just after when John and Lindsay were not coming, there was a concert that happened like 10 minutes later. And we're like, oh, it's a concert. So it was one of those that it's like we heard that and we go, yeah. The thing,
Yeah, but
what I like about it is that John has heard stuff, you've heard stuff, Lindsay's heard stuff, and you're calling it out.
I've just Googled it. You can call your channel Sixth Sense. There's no copyright on it.
Oh, I have no idea what you're on about. What's that? Is that?
Where was that music coming from? Was it coming from the prison? Because that's
I
the
don't
only
know.
place it could have. I've looked on Google Map.
Yeah.
The only thing that was around that building was the prison, and I can't see a prison holding a concert.
Yeah, but we were quite high up, weren't we? If there were any buildings a bit lower down,
Sound can travel.
sound will have travelled
Yeah,
up.
can travel.
There was only the prison.
No, but we were on top of the hill. So if there were anything down back into Lancaster, you don't know. I remember me and Lindsay.
The thing is, as you do this, you get to know the acoustics. So if it's too far away, it's like, you know, it's like, yeah, it's an echo. If it's like in the room with you, you know it's in the room with you, and the camera will pick up on it, and it will sound like it's in the room with you. And that's where the difference with science and stuff, that you need to sort of balance it out and go, yep, that's in the room, that's outside. You got to, that's like I said, you got to learn the building, the noises, the structures, and that's something I've learned to do. I always spend time sort of getting to know the noises of the building and go, it could be this, it could be that. Same with devices. John, we all did it before with Asylum. We tried to debunk it, but yet nothing happened. It's all the same. You know, the devices are going off. K2, no matter what we did, it still went off.
Still went
So
off.
it is what it is.
Well, we tried to debunk it, didn't we?
Yeah, we put phones near it and it weren't going off. We put any other stuff near it that we thought could be triggering it, and it never set it off. It only went off on command.
But it was really. I'd like to go back there.
I would.
But
We didn't have long enough. We did not have long enough.
To be fair, the asylum was in Lancaster, not where you're on about. So you can't really say that Lancaster were a shithole.
Yeah.
And that statue is there, by the way, that I said.
It is, yeah. But there is another one in Gloucester, I'm sure of it.
But I've never been. I always thought it was a nice seaside town. I did. Honestly, I always thought.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
I always thought it was a nice.
Not Gloucester, Darlington.
You spent 2 hours there, mate, and you're like, what a shithole. It was terrible. I spent a week there.
It was run down.
It was horrible.
But apparently, it was one of the in places to go to at the time.
I must admit,
It's quite nice.
I went to the beach with the dogs. I was walking around sand next to me. I was in quicksand. I was like, what the fuck? Like it was man. It's like the place, and then you got abandoned buildings everywhere. Madness.
But
Absolute
that
madness.
means is where, well, that coastline is quite known for
Yeah.
like, is it mussels or whatever? They go around with a tractor and that, and a scoop on the back of the tractor.
Yeah.
And they like scrape up mussels and that, and they always say it's like quicksand. You know, like the River Thames. When the Thames go out, they always say that is like quicksand. It's like that, and people get stuck in there and that. But like the best bit is not to struggle, because the more you're struggling, the deeper you sink.
I was struggling to get out, mate. To be fair, I was struggling. I was like, I want to go back home now to my
Don't
beach.
you panic.
Yeah,
And-
I want to go back to my beach.
They always say don't panic. You know, just sit down and then try to bring your feet out gradually. But I've always known that area has been well known for like people getting stuck in it. And then I think to myself, like, well, how come the bloody tractors don't sink in it then? If they're going around collecting all the mussels and that.
Yeah, but the chips were good though. Give it that. The fish and chips.
Well,
Apart from they've run out of large cod.
for £16, they had to be good.
It weren't cheap, were it? Mind you, that pie looked nice that Lindsay and Bev had.
We booked a venue for that night for fish and chips.
Well, we'll have to book the ancient ramen.
Yeah.
But I went on their website. Well, like I say, it was like, it don't tell you how many the party is, but it says £60 a person,
Yeah.
and you can go off on your own.
I'm going to say it straight away. Not. It's not a location that you can do that. Definitely not. It's one of those that you either do a lone vigil and go and everyone stay at the site for 30 minutes, and otherwise it's like you stay together. It's so small. You're not going to get any evidence there if you separate. I can promise that. It's not a big location, so fortunately it's not.
I thought it was quite big, really, because it used to be a
No.
pub.
No, it's not. It's literally the floorboards are like wood. It's like, yeah, if you're gonna do a proper investigation, either do a lone vigil there where you go with a group and say 30 minutes each, or you stick together.
Well, I don't know. I wonder how much they'll charge you then. Without anybody else there, if they're charging £60 a person.
Yeah, but if you're doing an event there, you're not going to get no evidence, not no real evidence,
No,
because
you're
it's
not.
too many people.
That's what I'm on about. I wonder how much they're going to charge us.
Yeah,
Is if like me, you, Bev, Lindsay, Claire, and like Jules,
yeah.
you know.
Guys, I'm going to nip off. Check us out, Sam. I'll nip off for about 5 minutes. I'll
Well,
come
I'm
back
going
on.
now 'cause it's 11 o'clock.
Right, okay.
Been on 3 hours.
Bloody hell, we are.
You know, I'm tired. I want to go to bed.
All right, mate.
Right, I'll catch you all next week.
Yep.
All right. See you later. Thanks for
Love you,
watching.
Take care, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Take care, guys.
Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye.